Hi, good morning to everybody out here, all my viewers. Uh, okay, I'm just having coffee for breakfast. The time is 1 p.m., I guess. Yeah, it should be. Why? Let me take this off. The time is 1 p.m. I'm having my 1:11 p.m. Okay, cool. I'm having my breakfast and lunch. Oh, what happened? Listen, I gotta pause something. 1 second. Apple Music started playing. Crazy. Um, so this is my brunch time. So I have 2 meals a day in a 24-hour cycle. I have 2 meals. That's a very right way to put it out because I have different sleep cycles and everything. Mm, okay, I'm gonna refill my coffee. So people have asked me like when I'm going for cycling, some random people in public places, right? They are just shouting out a question, who are you, in Tamil language. In Tamil, they say, who are you, which translates to Yarani. It's like the most very absurd question I've heard, like, from a public, right? Who are you is a very generic, like, you're asking, I don't understand, like, how it means, I mean, what it means to ask, who are you? I don't understand the question itself. How do I answer who are you? Is even I'm thinking the same way. Like, how do I answer? I don't understand. How can I answer who are you to a stranger in the public? These are strangers, right? But people in the public are strangers. End of the day, they're asking me who are you. Okay, so how do I answer them? I have to. They've seen me in a public place. I'm riding a bicycle for like 12 kilometers, 13 kilometers continuously. They're able to see it. I'm also streaming live. Like my streaming is fixed to my the road path, the path in which I'm driving. I'm not trying to stream or sides or right, left, something like that. Just like the the the, the route which I'm taking, I flip the cameras between the front and the back camera. If I'm flipping the camera to the front side, it takes on the road, right? If I flip it in the back side of camera, sorry, my front camera is towards my face. I'll be riding bicycle. My back camera, when it's flipped, it's showing the road in the direction in which my bicycle is moving. That's it. So, well, people are noticing that. I understand that part. Like a lot of people are noticing because when you ride just a bicycle is different. When you ride a bicycle with your cycling belt, that's another difference. And third difference is when you ride a bicycle with your cycling belt, you're riding for 12 kilometers in a city where people don't usually ride for 12 kilometers of bicycle, 12 to 13 kilometers continuously, non-stop. Okay. Three. Fourth one is if you ride a bicycle with your with your cycling belt, cycling safety belt, and then you ride for 13 kilometers. On top of it, you also have a a streaming which you're capturing on your phone, right? So everything put together is normal to attract the public. Even when I stand in the traffic, right, people around will be looking at me because they want to check out like what I'm doing. But I'm okay with all this is okay. But people ask me, who are you? Like I don't know how to answer that question. I cannot stop the vehicle and answer, right? So I'll be riding my bicycle and keep. I'll be on the move actually. So I hear a question randomly, or somebody will be passing the bike. They slow down the bike nearby and they'll ask, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Dude, I need to focus on riding my bicycle. I cannot." So I really don't answer. So I want to bring to the notice of all the public in Madurai. Even though you ask me questions when I'm riding my bicycle, I will not answer it because I have to focus on riding my bicycle. So I want to make it very clear. But of course, I will take your questions. Some like when I come back home, I'll talk about it. Okay. So don't expect an answer from me immediately because I have to focus on riding bicycle. I have my own streaming. I have to make sure I'm riding correctly and I'm not deviating my cycling route. Okay, so I'm little focused in while I ride my bicycle, and I decrease the speed, I increase the speed. So I'll be doing quite a lot of things also in between. So I want people to be like go easy with me. I'll take your questions. I'll listen to whatever you're asking. Don't expect an answer to. I won't even stop my bicycle and be able to answer it. Well, in the traffic signal, sometime you may ask, but again, I'll say don't ask because traffic signal it'll be like red, right? It could be another 30 seconds. They'll go green. I cannot keep talking lot. Instead, you just shout out a question. I'm okay with people shouting out a question. Don't expect an answer. I won't stop the bicycle and I won't answer it, okay? Because I'm on the move. It's a traffic, slow moving traffic. Well, people in Madurai do sometimes stop and talk. Everything is fine, but I don't do it. Okay, so just be cool. Be cool. Throw the question out in public place. I'm okay. I'm okay with that as long as you're not stopping my vehicle and asking me. I'm perfectly okay. You throw the question out when I'm riding somewhere. I'll try to pick up the question. Just give me some time, okay? Because even I am trying to. Oh my! Oh, this is gone. I'll try to put it inside. Hello. Oh, okay, we're back. So people in public places, when you see me riding bicycle and you are finding it very odd or very different, it's very natural in a city like Madurai to feel so. It's nothing wrong in it, but if you ask me a question by shouting a question at me in a public place, do not expect me to stop the vehicle and answer the question. Okay, please don't do that. Don't expect that kind of. I won't do that. Okay, I want to make it very clear. I'm very focused on riding bicycle. I'll definitely would have listened to your question. Okay, so I'll come back home. Give me some time. I'll try to. I'm good at picking up what you're saying sometimes. I'm quite focused on riding bicycle and everything. I'll give the I'll give the answer when I come back home. So, like 2 days back, I went for cycling. Yesterday I didn't go. I thought of going, but I was feeling sleepy, so I didn't go. Day before yesterday, I went. People asked me two. I got a two at two instances. I got this question. One instance was when public was standing at a place. He shouted out in Tamil, "Who are you? Yarani." It's crazy. Like, dude, do I look like an alien to ask me like Yarani? Like, okay, that's one question. Another question I got at another place where in a motorbike, two people were going. I think one was like dad, and other was like under 18 boy, like probably he's like 16. Sorry, he's in 8th grade, 10th grade, something like that. He's Tamil speaking. They are Tamil speaking families. So he shouted when he was driving his dad in motorbike. He was behind, sitting behind, and they were trying to come very close to me, and he was shouting a question. Yarani, who are you? It means who are you? So like crazy. So, anyways, this is the you don't expect me to stop and answer. I will never do that. Okay, please don't get to that place. Throw a question. I'll come back home. I'll answer. So, Yarani, I have answered the question already in my post. On my post, I said, see, we'll go slow. Okay, I cannot answer so many. I cannot. I don't want to load up with too much of information. Okay, we'll go very slow. Okay. The first question you asked is, who are you? When you saw me when I'm riding bicycle, right? In that context, I will answer the question. I'm a cyclist. I'm a cyclist in the sense I'll I, I take my bicycle and ride for recreational cycling purposes. So people who ride bicycle for work is different. People who ride bicycle for recreational purposes are different. Okay, I am a recreational cyclist. I I don't use my cycle for work. Like I don't have a work to do in Madurai where I use my bicycle. But I do cycling. I want to do cycling daily. Okay, I'll be very honest. Every evening I want to do cycling, but I'm not able to cope up. I have to figure out ways to do it. Okay, so for now I'm just a who are you question when you saw me cycling is I'm a cyclist. What this translates to Tamil, whoever knows the exact wordings how to put it in Tamil, just do it because I'm not a native Tamil speaker. So I know very little Tamil. Okay, very little Tamil. I cannot speak a lot of very technical stuff. I cannot do it. Okay. So I'm a cyclist and I do cycling for recreational purposes. Recreational means for like so something which does not pay me. If I'm not getting paid, that's recreational. Okay, you get it right. So if somebody is cycling and he gets paid, for example, I'll give you an example so you can understand very better way. Let's say somebody is chosen to do Zepto delivery, for example. He's taking his bicycle. He's using bicycle for doing Zepto delivery. So that cycling pays him because for his that's a job which he's taking up uh, and with Zepto, and Zepto is paying him. So that when you see a person cycling and delivering Zepto, he's not doing any recreational cycling. He's doing a job related cycling. So it pays for him, right? Correct, right? When somebody like me who's riding bicycle which does not pay for me but I'm still riding 12, 13 kilometers continuously, this is called recreational cycling. Recreational means which does not pay me anything. I'm doing out of my own interest. So we'll put it this way, very simple way. I'm doing cycling out of my own interest. That's called recreational cycling, and it does not, nobody pays me for it. Okay, and it's crazy in Madurai. I'll tell you a lot of things going on in Madurai. Okay, when I started walking 13 kilometers, then cycling 12, 13 kilometers, everybody are asking, not everybody, sorry, some random people in the public somewhere will ask some questions. I don't know how these questions pop out even. So they're asking me that, are you a celebrity or are you a foreigner? Are you from Tokyo, Japan, or are you from US? You just lived in US and you returned back to Madurai. Is it what is these like are these are you like they're trying to get a lot of things which you think a person in a first world country lives, so they're trying to relate and ask the same question to me. Are you from first world country? Basically, excuse me, Tokyo, Japan is first world country, right? US is first world country, right? So they're putting up that way, like you know they're trying to relate to foreigners life, and they're just asking like, are you from are you a person who lived in some first world country and have you returned back to Madurai because your lifestyle looks like this to us in public, is what their question is. Some people went into the went into thinking of they asked, actually they asked me that, am I related to any political party in Tamil Nadu, because they're thinking that if I'm able to walk 12, 13 kilometers or cycle 12, 13 kilometers, I'll be related to a political party. Like they're asking me openly. They asked me like few months back this happened incident happened in public places. Randomly somebody will shout a question at me. Okay, are you affiliated or are you associated with any political party, is what they keep asking me. So answer is, like I said, man, like I grew up in a school where I did have people coming from different backgrounds. I did have people who came from political background, but I was not I was not closely associated with any political parties. But I know the political parties in Tamil Nadu. I know because I grew up in such kind of environment, so people would have told about me to their families. It's possible, okay. So we'll keep it that way. Okay. Or even my in my family background also, right? My dad's, my grandparents and all, they also had some association with political parties. So it is possible. So but like I personally have never gone and made any association with any political parties. Okay. But I do write a lot of things on political parties or whatever it is. That's a different thing. Writing is different. Meeting somebody in person is very different. Okay. So I've never gone and met any political party leaders directly and had and trying to make an association, like trying to create a relationship to get along in the political party. So I have never done that. Okay. So this question was also popping out for quite a lot of time before the cycling thing happened in Madurai. A lot of people were asking in public places, shouting at random questions. I told the answer, right? So I've never done it personally, but I grew up in a place, schools, college. Somebody would have. They all There were people who did come from political families. Of course, I do agree with that. I don't agree with that, but I never had a very close association with any political family friends or something like that. I never went to their homes and had close association. Like I don't know why. I just didn't like. I won't say that I've never met any political party people or the families who know me, political families who know me. I would never disagree with that. But I never met them in person. Like me as a person, I've never met them and had a direct conversation with them. Okay, so we'll keep it that way. And yeah, so that's so answer is no. Personally, my family, my grandparents' family would have had some political associations. I don't know about them. Like they would have. See, in our family, how we live is everyone will build their own network. Okay, I come from a family, like my dad's side, my mom's side. Every individual, even though it's called a family, right? Every individual will build their own networking of people. It's not even though we may live in the same family. Like I said, my grandparents are my grandpa. I grew up in a family with my grandparents. Okay, while growing up, they believe in God. They pray to God, whereas I don't pray to God. I'm not religious. I'm because I am very happy with the world of education. So I'm very happy. I do go to temples because they take me to temples. I agree with that. I don't say I never went to temples. I've been to a lot of temples. You can tell me in Tamil Nadu, I've been to lot of temples. Okay. Well, I because they would take me right when you're school days, right? They will take you to temple, so it's very normal. So I'll say, okay, fine, I'll go. But what I go and do in temple is what matters. I've gone to all the temples in Madurai. It's a lot of you name any popular temple. I've been to a lot of popular temples. So what I do in temples is very different from what other people do. People go there and pray to God, right? I actually don't pray to God at all in temples. What I usually do is I look at the temple, the architecture, so there'll be a lot of wall paintings and all, right? So I'll just be looking at it. Like I'll just be going around the temple alone. Like I'll say my parents and grandparents, so just you could go and pray, you do whatever you're doing. I'll just go around temple and keep looking at things. So that's something like that. This is what I used to do. Okay. I go watch wall paintings. I'll be looking at the architecture. So I'll be like thinking about okay how they are building this in that way. You understand, right? So this is what for me going to temple was like. But it's not the case with my parents and grandparents. They go to temple, they pray to God. Okay, that I never went to temple and pray to God actually. I might have faked it, praying to God because my grandparents and parents took me there, so they may want to me to at least. So I had to fake and show them, right? But I never because I know that I'm not religious. I'm definitely not religious, but I'm aware about religion. I'm aware about all the religion. Just not Hindu as a religion. I'm aware about Muslim religion, Christianity, Jains. I know everything. Like because I grew up in such kind of environment to know about religions. Like I said, I had friends in different religions, like Christian friends. I've been to homes of Christian friends. I've been to homes of Muslim friends, to their homes. So you will automatically know, right? And they have come to my homes as well. Like we are Hindu family, right? They have come to my homes as well. So I'm very comfortable with that. I'm very comfortable with people of different religion. Uh, like but the one common thing between all of us is that education, right? For us that bridges us the whole thing, and then we are very flexible. I've told this before. I had a Muslim friend, okay, while growing up in school days. Okay, this guy, they all come to my home some days. Some days, like we take turns. I go to someone's home, they come to my home. So we had a big home where we could play cricket and everything inside the home itself. So after playing cricket, I will be having lunch. Right? Some people go back home. Some people hang out with me in the home itself. I don't say anything like basically. So he started eating food. So he comes. I start having lunch. I tell him please join, and he'll just sit in the dining table. He start having food. Okay. This guy is he's coming from a Muslim family. Okay. He loves this. He was so crazy of the food which we cook it at home. We since my grandparents are pure vegetarians, we cook a lot of vegetarian. There are few days we do cook non-vegetarian also. Okay, but we have most days vegetarian. But my grandparents eat pure vegetarian, so we had chef. Everybody will cook only vegetarian most days. Non-vegetarian will be made on very very particular days alone. That too is very specific: egg, chicken, some pulao, fish. That's it. They don't make biryani and all. Like we don't know how to make it. Okay. So this guy, who one of my friend was Muslim, right? He would not go home after playing cricket. He would say, I'll stay back at home and hang out with you inside home." I say, "Okay, fine." I'd say, "Okay, fine, no problem. Just hang in with me." He'll have lunch. I'll be having lunch. He'll be at lunch with me. He used to eat rasam rice. You know rasam rice, right? Rice with rasam. He would eat five times, repeat five times the rasam rice. And my aunts and all will be in the dining table. Who'll be eating lunch, right? They would be like looking at him and like my aunt will after he goes right. My aunts. I grew up in this joint family. They used to tell me that what if Fred is eating rasam rice for 5 times. Uh, I told him like I think he likes he's Muslim guy. I think he likes it. That's why he's eating uh, he's eating rasam rice for 5 times. That's crazy, man. Like so, right? See, what I'm trying to say in context is these people eat. So the Muslim families they eat a lot of non-vegetarian food, right? When they come to my home and they eat 5 times, this guy was eating 5 times repeatedly rasam rice. He was just not really eating rasam rice. He was just drinking the rasam in the plate. The way how we Hindus do, right? We love rasam rice, but we don't. I don't like. I don't eat more than one time rasam rice. I don't repeat it more than one time. This guy was repeating 5 times. Crazy. I think at their homes they don't eat rasam rice. I guess. So this guy was so fond of rasam rice, so he wants to go 5 times at it. One shot. Yeah, but yeah, that's. But I love their Muslim families, their biryani they make, right? See, the restaurants selling biryani is different. The Muslim families who they make biryani is very different. Their taste is very different. It's very unique. There's a difference in how people make biryanis inside the Muslim family. The restaurants, how biryani they make biryani in the restaurants is different. Okay, like I said, I had friends in Muslim families, right? There were days I used to they buy I mean sorry they bring this biryani from home. So I used to have the biryani, share the biryani with them. It's very tasty. So it was crazy, man. Like so I had this kind of life. That's why I'm able to move around freely. I could just move around freely anyway. Even if I go for cycling and walking, I'm comfortable that public throwing a question at me because I know about Madurai city. I know the people of Madurai, like how they are. So I'm very comfortable. I have no problems. They throw a question as long as they don't stop my vehicle and ask me to answer a question. I don't want to do that. But otherwise, I'm perfectly okay with everything. So don't expect me to stop the vehicle and give me an answer. I'll come back home and tell you, okay. In traffic signal, if I'm standing, if you want to ask, you ask, but you will not have time to answer. So I cannot even talk. So the timers will be running, right? 30 seconds, 40 seconds. If we got to move, right? Yeah. Mm, so I answered the question. So political party, am I, like me as an individual, I don't I don't bring my family, my grandparents' family, or anybody in that context. Okay, just me as an individual. Am I associated with any political party very closely? Like, have I do I have people have openly asked, do am I associated? Am I association? Sorry, associated with Narendra Modi? It's the same. I got a direct question from public. They asked me, "Are you related to Narendra Modi? Are you related to DMK families?" They're just asking me openly those questions in the public places. It was happening 6, 7, 8 months back. So the answer is no. I've never gone and met Narendra Modi personally, and he's not my family member. Like you know, well, people may say we are Gujaratis and everything, but like I said, I've never met him in personally at all. So I do not know Narendra Modi personally. And I'm not associated with Narendra Modi anyway. I'm not signed any legal documents to say that I'm legally associated with Narendra Modi or with Narendra Modi. Okay, no. Answer is no. I haven't done that. Number two is DMK families. So I'm not associated with DMK families. I never gone into any DMK family's home and met a political leader, whoever that person you're talking. No, I've never done that. But I could tell something about DMK family or AIDMK. I can talk about it, no problem. Like I said, the school days I had friends who came from political families also, and my parents and grandparents also have association with political families because we are business families. My parents, grandparents are business families, and sometimes they will have some kind of political associations. That time, I don't know about today, okay? Because I have seen my grandparents inviting political party leaders of certain okay from I can give you it's a Congress, I guess it's a Congress leaders because in Saurashtra caste also we had people who became MPs in Congress from Saurashtra caste. So that's how they had association. Like I'm telling, from it's not me directly, my parents, grandparents. Okay, I've never gone and met a political leader, even though I've been a lot of times people are asking me in public places to meet a political leader. They are recommending me certain political leaders' name that you should go and meet them, or we'll introduce you to him or her. I'm like not very sure about it. Okay, one man was telling, "I will introduce you to the political leader Kamal Hassan. You should go and meet him. When he comes to Madurai, I'll introduce you. You could meet him. You could talk to him." So another day, somebody told me that you should go and talk to Narendra Modi. Like, dude, he's the Prime Minister of India. I mean, I might be sitting in social media and talking about whatever I want. That's a different story. I going and meeting is a very different story. Okay, no, so people could very easily saying that you should meet a political leader, but it's not that easy. Is what people don't understand. I may write, talk something on social media. Like social media is great, but it does not mean I have direct access to Narendra Modi or direct access to Congress or any political party. I have direct access. No, I don't have any direct access, and I cannot. The way people public imagine, right? They think that if I'm on social media, I should be able to go and talk to a political leader. No, they have a very busy life. If I have to meet a political leader, also, I have to get an appointment or a purpose to visit, and they should be okay to even have a conversation with me. So that's a very it's these people think it's very easy. Answer is no, it's not at all very easy. It's very difficult. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm okay with social media and this whole thing itself. I don't have any intention to go meet a political party leader, um, because I don't see a purpose at all. I'm okay with just with social media. If I see a purpose someday, I'll definitely go and meet a political party leader. Okay, so I'll let people know. I'll just let people know in the public. Anybody, if you want, if there's any purpose for me to go and visit, I'll definitely try to visit. Yeah, otherwise I'll try to skip it. Okay. Mm, so I am not. I might have known political party families to some extent. Everything is okay, but I don't have a direct contacts or direct association. Okay, so you get it right. See, it could happen because like I said, I come from a school background where people came from political families. It is possible they could have possibly given my names about me, something said about me in their family, something like that could have happened. It's very much possible. So yeah. So any people in public places, if you see me walking and cycling, I'm doing it completely out of my own interest. No political party has given me money or anything to go and tell me to just go walk, cycle, to influence people to be associated to vote for a certain political party. Okay, so I've never done that. I've never got any money from any political party, whoever it is, whoever name of the political party you are willing to throw at me. I've never got any money. Nobody has given me any money and telling me that please walk for 15 kilometers in Madurai or please cycle for 15 kilometers in Madurai. Let the people of Madurai see it because you're bringing a completely different aspect into the city of Madurai. So it is like so it's like answer is no. I never got any money. Nobody has approached me and given me any money to say that please go and cycle, please 15 kilometers, please walk 15 kilometers. No way. I learned everything on my own interest. I'm doing it out of completely my own interest. Okay, so I want to make this very clear on the air. Hope everybody in the public is getting this question clarified. Okay, nobody has approached me. Okay, and I never took money from anybody. No one gave money and told me, please walk, please cycle. Nobody has done that. Okay, please keep this. And I'll tell you very honestly, okay, even let's say somebody has to give me money to do certain things. There are very certain things you can do with money. Okay, there are certain things you cannot do with money. You need to study, a lot of effort is required. So for walking 15 kilometers continuously in a stretch, for cycling 15 kilometers in a stretch, right, it does not require money. It requires study actually. Okay. So I did study how to walk 15 kilometers. I did study how to cycle 15 kilometers. I did study how to. I did not start walking 15 kilometers on day one. I did not cycle 15 kilometers on day one. I did not do that. I set my small goals and I try to achieve everything and check myself if everything is fine with me. That is how I ended up walking 15 kilometers and cycling 15 kilometers. Hope I'm clarifying everything. You cannot give me money and tell me you please walk 15 kilometers, right? I can to put into more context. Let's say in somebody in Madurai, there's a public. Okay, I'm saying if you walk 15 kilometers continuously and cycle 15 kilometers continuously for 365 days, I'll give you 1 crore rupees. I'll tell you that I can bet you that you will not be able to achieve it. Like only if you do that for 365 days continuously, I'll give you 1 crore rupees. I'll tell you, on day 10 you will be out. You don't know what to do after that. Okay, once you fall apart, once you, because without studying, what I'm point I'm trying to make is, without studying and learning how to do this, understanding whether this and whether body your body conditions, and then the air quality index, and then the heat wave factor. Without all this into consideration, you just cannot start walking 15 kilometers, cycling 15 kilometers. Okay, so even if I throw money at you, you cannot do that. Is what I'm trying to say. So nobody gave me money. Nobody. I did not go and take money from anybody. So it's nothing like that. Okay, I'm doing out of my own interest, complete own interest, and I've told this, right. I have studied a lot of things to how to do it, and I'm doing it. I did not even do out of just like imagination or like some kind of, these people who throw some challenges and all. Right? I don't do that and all. I don't do that shit. I study and do it. I'm not doing it in Madurai. I've been doing it in Bangalore also. Same. Bangalore, I was doing 50 kilometers in a day. Of course, I took a lot of breaks. Here, I could not do 50 kilometers because there's too much of heat wave in Madurai. Way too much. Bangalore does not have that kind of weather. Okay. Here it's heat wave is very very bad. Actually, like 11 p.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. the heat wave picks up in Madurai. It's picking up until 4:35. It is at a very peak heat wave. At 4:35, it drops. The heat wave drops completely. So after 5:30, if you get out right, if very simple. If you try to ride a bicycle around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and you try to ride a bicycle at 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. in the evening, you'll know the difference in how much of at 1 p.m. you'll feel the heat wave in your body when you ride a bicycle for 15 kilometers. I'm talking 15 kilometers distance. You will be able to ride. See, you may be able to complete riding, but your body is consuming too much of heat into your body. You'll feel the heat wave. Tremendous amount of heat wave you'll have. You'll feel it. Okay, when you have this heat wave, right, you will have your body will lose water content. Your body will start losing water content. You'll get into dehydration. You'll have different kinds of problems coming up. Then you have to put in ORS into your body. So you understand, right? So you have to put the ORS back into your body to regenerate the water content and the mineral. I mean, the whatever is required, whatever you lost, and this loss of whole thing is happening in a very quick, very quick success, succession of time, because the heat wave is making that water loss to happen at a very very rapid pace, and that too you are doing a physical activity, you're doing a cycling for 15 kilometers with the heat wave into consideration, you're losing that whole water content of your body very very fast pace. So you will get into dehydration mode. So you will go and have you when you get into dehydration mode, what will happen is you feel tired very easily. You'll feel tired. Number two is you may even get into dysentery, and dysentery is nothing but again a loss of water. You are already losing water from your body continuously, like sweating and everything, and then you get into dysentery, right? Dysentery is nothing but full of loss of water. You see your dysentery stool, it's just water content which is coming out, maybe in white color or light yellow, full of water content is coming out, like you're losing your water out of your body. So then what happens, you have to you once you start losing your water content and lot of things which involves in that, your body will become very unstable, you will become very unstable. Okay, like you cannot walk, you will be like very dizzy, fainting, everything will happen. So to put your body back, you have to put the ORS in your mouth. You know the ORS drink you'll get in the medical shop, you mix it with water and you drink. In a matter of 10-15 minutes you will be fine. Okay, so hope you understand the factor what I'm telling. In Bangalore, I did not have this problem, so I was able to do 50 kilometers, like 40 to 50 kilometers daily, most days. And I do take enough breaks in between. Like I would be spending like 1 hour, 2 hour in. I'll take 3 1 hour breaks easily. I start in the afternoon lunchtime. I come back by 12 o'clock at home, Bangalore. Here I'm not able to do it actually. I tried certain times. I did try a few things. It's not working actually. I may have to prepare more. I guess I may have to go a little more professional and finding out and learning. I guess. Ask questions. No, nobody gave me money. No political party has approached me and given me money. Nor I did not reach any political party and ask for money to do the walking and cycling in Madurai city. I did not do that. So hope this answer is clarified. Okay. Am I associated directly with any political families or directly any political leader? Answer is no. I've not gone and signed a legal document with any political party. So we'll keep it that way. No, answer is no. Do I know political parties, families somewhere? To some extent, I'll say to some extent we'll say yes like that. Okay, we'll go. I'll not give you a straight answer because I never been to their family to meet them. I might have I might have known them. Okay, so that's a different story. We'll keep it at that way. Uh, and then what else do we have? So bicycling, who are you? I'm a cyclist. I do recreational cycling. So I explained what is recreational cycling, right? A person who cycles for no money is called recreational cycling. That's you're not getting paid for cycling. 15 kilometers is called it's a recreational cycling. You're doing out of your own interest. Like I'm very interested, so I'm doing it. I'm learning to do how to do this, and I'm doing it. Okay, that's called recreational cycling. What else? What else do I get questions? Oh, am I okay? Am I a foreigner? Like or am I a foreigner? The answer is no. I'm still holding Indian citizenship with me, so I'm not a foreigner. Okay, number one. Number two is have I lived in first world countries for so many years and have come back to Madurai, and you're seeing a lifestyle of a foreigner and me to be a little bit of matching. So you're asking me in that context. The answer is no. I never lived in first world country at all. Like I have been to Singapore only once. That too, my friend sponsored me. Like air tickets alone, I bought it on my own. My friend took care of me on the expenses part when I lived in Singapore. I lived there only for 3 days. That's it. 3 days short visit. I went there. That too. I had a friend in Singapore. Okay, so he invited me. I mean, you know the cost of living in Singapore, right? I mean, you know the dollar difference, right? Singapore dollar, $1 is 50 rupees, 50 rupees, and the air tickets to and fro. I booked it some few months back. We planned it ahead, so I think I got a good deal for 20,000. I got a to and fro Singapore air ticket from Chennai. We took a flight. I took a flight Chennai to Singapore, Singapore to Chennai back. I was there in Chennai that time. I was working in Chennai that time, so I went. I took holiday. I was having a job. I took one day work holiday, like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something. One day I took a work day off. So I took a flight from Chennai. I went to Singapore. So the flight ticket alone I spent. That's 25,000 I spent with the I gotta reach out the agent who will get the flight ticket and the visa, right? You gotta get a visa to enter Singapore, right? So I got that for 25,000 rupees. I spent 25,000 rupees from my pocket. Okay. I went to Singapore. My friend came to the airport to pick me up. Uh, I had a friend. Like he was my school friend as well as my college friend. So uh, he was living in Singapore and working in Singapore. So he invited us. I was like, okay, fine. I will. I mean, I was telling no initially because it's going to cost a lot of money to come to Singapore. That he gave me he opened up a deal with me. Like he told that you put your air tickets, find the air tickets, try to book it a little advance so you'll get it in a lesser price. Do that. The rest in Singapore you can stay in me. He was living in an apartment. He was single at the time. Now he's married. He was living in an apartment with his friends. It's how we all live here, right? In apartments. The working class people, like the bachelors, right? They live in apartments, 4 to 5 of them. So he was living in one big, huge apartment, a 3 BHK apartment, and we had people up, like all his friends, everybody working in different companies. He was working in different company. So he comes to airport, Singapore airport, to pick me up. So like I said, I get dropped at the Singapore airport. I touched down at Singapore airport. I go at the immigration officer. The crazy thing is this happens. There'll be an immigration officer, right? So we need to show our passport, the visa, and the yeah, that's it, not flight ticket. He saw my passport. They actually do an entry of passport into their systems, the Singapore systems. They'll put an entry and they'll update that a guy like this visited. They'll put the passport number into their computers and they will update it. There's a matter of just 1 minute it'll take them to do that work. He saw the visa and then he asked me a question. Are you coming to Singapore to find a job and settle in Singapore, or you have plans to go back to India? He did ask me. Well, I was like, you know, I said no. I'm just on a short visit, like 3 days, and I'll be going back to India. So he asked me, can I see your flight tickets and I say your return flight tickets? I don't know. I don't know, like what made the immigration officer to ask me such a question with my appearance or whatever it is. I don't know about it. Ask me like, Are you going to go back to India, or are you going to find a job and you're going to trying to convert the visa into work visa and settle down here? So no, like 3 days I'm off. I'm living in Singapore. I'm going back to India, and I showed the flight tickets, and he was like, "Okay, you can go," okay, because he wanted to know why I came to Singapore. So his understanding is I came to Singapore for a job, to find a job, and then convert this tourist visa to a work visa. Like you can apply and once you get a job, right? I mean, you can stay in the tourist visa for some number of days, okay, and you can also extend the tourist visa also. You don't have to return back. You can start extending it. And then, so this is what was going on. For 3 days, what I did is I stayed in my friend's home. So he comes to the airport to pick me up. We take a metro. So the Singapore airport has metro inside the airport itself. Okay, it's not even, you don't have to cross the road, walk like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer to take a metro. It does not even work with it. The airport is inside the metro. It's connected with the metro, and the airport are connected. So I get dropped down. I finished my immigration thing, whatever the immigration officer had asked me. I finished that. I enter into the Singapore. My friend comes up. He picks me up. Like I didn't have much luggage, just a bag, shoes, sneakers, and hat, and my shades. That's it. Oh, that's my lifestyle. Okay. I go there and I get on the train. There's a metro train. He was living far away from Singapore airport. So he was telling the metro is the best thing to do because we can metro is very well connected across Singapore. That's what he told me. Like you don't, like people in Singapore, right? You don't necessarily have to buy a car. You don't have to own a car necessarily. Like if you want to buy, you can buy it, but you don't have to necessarily buy a car because there is the metro is well connected in Singapore. That's what he told me. And then the public transport, like he's talking about public transport system itself, it's extremely well connected. It seems you can move around Singapore with just public transport if you don't want to own a vehicle. That's what he told me. And we took a metro. So everything. So like I said, only the flight tickets with that visa, everything I spent like 25,000 rupees. Everything else, uh, he took care of the expenses. So even the metro ticket, he was taking care of the expenses. So we took a metro, went to his home in the apartment. He lives in a huge apartment, like with his friends and everybody. So I went there and lived in the apartment with him. So I was sleeping in the couch. So the rooms are already full, right? There are already one or two people who are staying in each room. It's 3 BHK apartment. So the hall there was a couch. So I said, okay, I'll sleep in the couch. No big deal. And then I had another friend, his friend and another friend, both of them are known to me. Like I know both of them. But my one friend is known to me from school days and college days. Another friend of him is the guy whom I know in college days. So like two people, they were all well working in Singapore, and so they all. This guy did undergraduate in India. He did his masters in Singapore, and he got a job in Singapore. Okay. So then what happens is yeah, so I stayed in an apartment. So the apartment cost, like for me, the expense of staying, right, is taken care. It's free for me, right? So that car, so that is taken care. And then what happens? We go out. Like we started going out for 3 days. We had some plan going out. And one night, this friend, right, he does not drink alcohol. There's another friend whom I know, right? He drinks alcohol. So me and him, so he did not join us. So me and him went out for drinking alcohol. Um, we went out by 11 p.m. We left home 11 p.m. and we came back morning 4 p.m. 4 a.m. So we both went just like that. No, it's getting bored. I told, dude, I want to drink. I want to go out and drink. He said, okay, fine, I'll take you. And we went. Me and him went to Singapore to some place. It's not a bar, okay? It's not like where you sit inside the bar and drink. It's like roadside bars. Okay, it's like roadside setup. Okay, the bar is like a shop, and there'll be tables, chairs, everything put on the roadside. There's a footpath, and then the road where the cars drive. So you are sitting relaxed. Like, how do I put into context and people of Madurai can understand? You know these Baroda shops in Madurai, right? You'll have a shop that people put up tables and chairs outside the roadside, and people can sit there and you can have food, right? It is the same exact thing with the bar concept. Like this is like there are different types of bars. There are very expensive, very huge bars. Everything like I went into different bars. This place was very different. Like so me and him were sat down in that place. There's a table, chair, everything will be put up nicely. The servers, everybody will be nice, very nice. Okay. We ordered. Yeah, we drank beer. I told him because like I said, I like only beer. I'm not a big fan of hard liquor. So we ordered beer and some food to eat. And so there they give you beer in buckets. They don't give you one beer, two beer. You should have to buy in buckets. Like bucket means a pack of six, pack of 10, pack of 12, pack of 18. They'll put you in ice filled buckets and place it on the table. So the bucket will be like this size, very fancy, nice bucket with their branding and everything. Or the beer company branding will be there. They'll put the bottles, put up the entire bucket will be full of ice cubes. They'll put the bottle inserted very nicely, and they'll place it on the table. The way they present itself will be very nice to see. Okay, it's just a row. It's just a shop. There's an open road. That road is not for where the vehicles move. That's where they put up all these things. And then there's a footpath, I guess. And then you enter the road. And just opposite to my side of the road, right? There's a fucking skyscraper. This is Singapore for you, okay? This is what Singapore is. So you'll never see something like this in India, right? So I'm sitting, me and my friend are sitting and drinking beer the entire night, like 11 p.m. we started drinking beer at the place. Until the morning, 4 o'clock, until 4 o'clock we were drinking. Like that guy was out by 3 o'clock, he was gone. Gone means he's like, he's drunk, he's totally drunk, he's not able to, he's just like kind of, I was drinking continuously 4 a.m. So I was drinking beer like anything because I was drinking slow. So I know that I asked him like, "What's the closing hours?" He told like, "We are open, man. Like 4 a.m. You can just go around. No big deal. You can just go the entire night itself." So I was like, "Chill, relax, man. This is okay." Because I want to have my beer very slow. They have to shut down. They have to close the bar actually. Okay? If not, the cops will come knocking at these people in Bangalore. So here, there's no restricted timing. You can go the entire night in the bar itself. Not even nightclubs. I'm talking about the roadside bar. So me and him were. He does not. Yeah, I did not smoke cigarettes that day. Yeah, I was just drinking beer, and then we ordered some food and we were having food. Like night 11 p.m. we started. Morning 4 a.m. we finished drinking, and then like I said, opposite to me there is a skyscraper, a fucking skyscraper. I'm like, cool, man. Like, I've never imagined having beer like this. Like, I've imagined a lot of places to go and have beer. I never imagined I would ever sit in a place which is an open road, basically a road, open road. That's the kind of setup with proper nice tables, nice chairs. They're not like very, very, um, very low quality. It's very nice quality chairs, very nice quality table, and the way they present the how they come up and put up the beer buckets with filled up with ice cubes, so it remains chill for the entire night. Okay, so you can just open up. They'll give you the opener and put it there, or you can call the waiter. He'll come and open up for you. Okay, either one. I think you call the waiter. He'll come and open up for you. He'll just come and place it on your table. That's it. And you can either pour it in the glass and drink, or you can just drink it with a. I prefer if it's a small bottle, right? It's like what 350 ml bottle, I guess. I said I'll drink it with the bottle. I'm okay with. I don't want a glass. The waiter was asking like, do you want a glass, or you're okay to go with a just a bottle? I said okay, we'll go with bottle. Uh, and then yeah, we were drinking beer very slowly. I was drinking very very slowly, man, chilled and relaxed. And the environment was very different, right? For me, the first time I'm sitting in a roadside kind of bar. It's like there's a road where okay, Singapore is very neat. Okay, very very clean and neat. First of all, people in India have no clue how Singapore roads places look like. It's very very clean and neat. You cannot imagine. Like in India, I don't think there's any city, not even one city you can show which is that clean like Singapore. Okay, you will never find very dirty things on the roads. You'll never find it. Not even you will never find. Even the roads are very well laid, very properly maintained. So I'm sitting in the place roadside shop, right, drinking my beer, very relaxed environment, and the kind of people who come there are also very chilled out. They all cool people there. Okay, um, there's a road, very huge road. The cars are driving, so cars drive at very fast speed. So it keeps cars are driving up, and then opposite of that there's a skyscraper. When I just turn my head and see the skyscraper, what like more than 50 floors. It's just like a skyscraper. I don't know what place was that. He just took me the other day. I mean the other night. It was crazy. Like no, I never imagined I would be having beer sitting and where one end of the road is like a bar, roadside shop, the other end is a skyscraper. If I just turn this way, I just see it's a skyscraper on the other side. And there's a huge road where the cars are driven at very fast speed. So Singapore experience was very good for me. So this is just one experience. So then what happens? Oh yeah, the returning time. Oh crazy! I just forgot to tell that. While we were returning back home, right? This guy was sloshed. Like it was gone. Okay. He just we just got a cab. We took a cab. He told the cab driver. So cab driver they speak English. Okay. They all speak English. He told the place name where we have to go. So he has a GPS system. Okay. They have the uh, this is before Ola and Uber came, I guess. Yeah, this is the time. So they have a integrated GPS system. We just have to enter the address. He'll be entering the address where you have to go. It'll show the GPS map and it'll tell you the price, everything, and then we are good to go. And he'll have the card machines. Swipe it. Okay. So uh, so we took the cab. Okay, we go. And one and he so my friend is in the back seat. He's sleeping. He's gone. He's lost. I and this cab driver are talking in English. So he was asking me quite a lot of things. He got excited, I guess. I don't know what happened. He was asking me a lot of questions and about. I was telling I've come from India to visit my friend. He's my friend. Like he stays here in Singapore, works here. So he was asking me about how do you feel about Singapore. I said it looks very nice, man. I told him because I was he had a very nice conversation. Like he was cool with the kind of questions he was asking, and I was also very cool in telling him that yeah, Singapore is very nice. I told him it's very nice. I like the way Singapore is. It's very neat and clean because I come from India. And he told yeah, we know about India a little bit, so it's very different in India back there. Uh, and then what happened is this cab driver was talking and driving right. At one signal, there's another car which there's a red. Okay, the signal has gone red, so the car stopped. We were in the second car. First car, there's goes brakes. It's a female who's riding as a female. Okay, driving the car. She brakes and stops. There's a red there. The signal. This guy, he almost tried to kiss the car. Like he did not go that very close. Was did go a little close. That lady he did not hit the car. This guy, I mean, my cab driver, right? He did not hit the car. The lady's car, he did not hit the car, but he went a little closer, I guess. I think they maintain certain distance in one car and another car. There's a huge difference you have to maintain when riding car, okay? There is a certain distance you have to maintain. Even if you go a little closer, right? They panic, I guess. I don't know. That lady opens her car. She was driving the car. Okay? She opens the car. She gets out of the car and she comes. She walks towards the driver. She starts shouting at this driver, like, "Why are you coming near my car? Are you trying to hit my car? Why are you coming so close to the car?" And I saw that it's not very close actually, because I'm coming from India, right? We know the craziest things about Indian traffic. The distance of one car another car is huge. Okay, this guy has exceeded a certain very little limit. He's just moved a little bit from that limit which they keep up, and that creates a trigger to the female. She just opens up the door. It was like crazy. And then he was arguing. He was replying back that no, I did not hit your car. I did not hit your car. He's like, that lady is shouting, no, you did not hit my car. But why are you coming this close? She's shouting at this driver, the cab driver. I know that you did not hit the car. You're trying. I know, but you're almost trying to kiss my car. It's almost there to kiss the car, but it was not that close because I come from India. I know the distance at which one car another car in India would be parked would be standing in the signal. Right? This lady was crazy, and this cab driver was trying to defend, and the lady was shouting back at this cab driver, like, "Why are you trying to come very close to my car? I'll call the police. I'll call the cops." So that's what was going on. This guy is like, "No, no, no, I'm not. I did not do it." And I think he took a little bit of reverse, a little bit distance reverse, and then the lady went back. And so I was having conversation with him while we were driving, while he was driving. Okay. My friend is lost. He's gone. He's sleeping in the back seat. He's sleeping in full flown. He was just sleeping completely like his full legs and arms, everything gone like a bed. He's using the back seat like a bed in his couch, and he's sleeping that way in that position. I'm like talking with this guy. He was speaking good English, so it was awesome, man. That Singapore experience. Just 3 days. I just went for 3 days. It was so fucking awesome. The kind of experiences I had. This bar thing, the cab driver experience, and then I'll tell you more interesting stuff. What happens in Singapore? So my friend and me. So when I got out of the airport, I went finished my immigration, took a metro right to his place. His place is quite fast. The metro takes some time, like 30 minutes it will take to go to the place. So what I observed while taking the metro, well, you can look out of metro windows and you'll be able to see it, right? What I saw and observed, it made a lot of differences to it made me think quite a lot of things. Okay, what I saw was very different to what I saw in India. Okay, there were a lot of apartments. So once you'll be crossing different areas, right, localities in Singapore as the metro keeps moving. I think we were at a point where I started seeing a lot of apartments. All these apartments are very big apartments. Like, I mean, multi-story apartments, probably 34, 40 floor, 50 floor, something like that. Okay, all these apartments, right? They these people have the Singapore flag, Singapore national flag is there, right? They put up their Singapore national flag out of the apartment balcony or the window, whatever you put it up. That and the way route, the metro moves, and the way I look when I peep out the metro window, when I'm looking out of I'm looking through the window of metro. I'm seeing apartments with full of Singapore flags. The entire apartment, all the residents in the apartment have put up the Singapore flags. And this now, I thought, okay, maybe one or two would have done it. Like the entire, all the apartments, the way the metro is crossing in the route, right? I observed it. Nobody told me. Even my friend was not looking at it. I just kind of observed. Like it was crazy. Like it made me think very different. Okay, so in Singapore, people are very nationalistic. I guess they love Singapore. The people of Singapore love Singapore. I guess that could have been the reason why they have national flag. I saw most of the residents. There were a lot of people. It's not like everyone in the apartment. I say 80%, 70% of the apartment people living in the apartment, right, in the huge apartments, they have the Singapore flags out of the balcony. It's just very huge Singapore flags. Okay. It was like very surprising for me, but it was a great experience. But I never, because we don't have something like this in India. You won't find anybody in India doing something like this. You will never find any apartments in India where they just put up an Indian flag. They don't hoist it. They put up the Indian. They put the Singapore flag and tie it up with a rope, I guess. So it's visible to the, especially when I was taking the metro, right? For me, when I look through the window, I'm seeing the apartments, the huge apartments. Then I'm able to see all Singapore flags in the apartment. In India, we do have apartments. There are places we have apartments, but you'll never find anybody in apartments who has put up the Indian flag out of his balcony in a position where people, if they look at from public, if they look out of they just look at the apartment from a distance, they should be able to see Indian flag, right? It does not happen like this in India. So it was a very different observation what I saw, and that made me realize that so these people are very nationalistic, like they are very fond of their country. They are very proud of their country. So it could possibly be that that's why they put up the Singapore flag. Well, if one or two instances of me finding out that there's just one or two instances of people putting up Singapore flag, that's a different story, right? When I see like every apartment, every apartment the metro is crossing by, full of Singapore flags. Every restaurant, everybody is. Singapore was a very great experience. And this is just not the end of that experiences. I will tell you one more experience I had. So me and my friend, we were walking towards a park. Okay, it's a park where they have access to swimming pool and everything is there in the park. It's called a park, but it has everything inside the park. Like they have swimming pool. Like what we imagine as a park is just greenery and that something like that, right? Here it's like park, swimming pool, everything is inside the park. So it's open to public, like people can access. But I think there's some tickets you have to pay and go. You have to pay some money for using the park, and you can go in. Okay, it's open to public. Anybody can go. It's not like it's restricted. It's not like a club, where you get very few people have access. They need to get membership. No, it's absolutely open to public. Anybody, any people from any background can walk into the park. So I go to this. So we had to walk. We walk and went. So he told me that, dude, it's very nearby, Valley. It's not that too far. Let's walk. Probably it was 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers from his home. Uh, or I don't remember. We took a metro and then we walked 2 kilometers, I guess, something like that. Okay. We had to walk a certain distance before reaching that place. And then there was a place. Since now we start walking, right? There was a place where we have to cross the road. Okay. This is very funny thing, but it could make people of India to think a lot. Okay. There's a pedestrian signal. That's a signal for the vehicles, right? There, since that place has not much of uh, pedestrian population, and so they don't get a lot of pedestrians, I guess. I don't know what exactly it is. So if you go and stand at the zebra crossing, right, at the place where you got to cross the road, I don't know if that's a detector detects it or what. It gave a red to the vehicle population, so they got to stop. And then we have a pedestrian green for pedestrians. It's a zebra crossing, right? Now, what I did and what other people around me did is different. I come from India with the Indian way of thinking, right? I started the moment I saw the pedestrian green. I started running in the zebra crossing because I'm used to the Indian way of thinking. Whereas the other people, including my friend, there were like 5 or 10 people, like 10 people were there that time to cross a zebra crossing, take the zebra crossing. Everybody were walking at a very slow speed, like the slowest speed as possible. They were walking, and the cars were patiently waiting, very patiently waiting. No honking, nothing. You could just walk very, very, very slowly. I was the only guy, only odd man out in the entire thing. If there was a CCTV capture, the Singapore government has it. You could share it to the Indian government and show them to the public in India. So this is what Singapore looks like. This is what happened to a guy who came from India. He couldn't understand the Singapore way of living, but he was tuned to Indian way of living. So the moment he saw a zebra crossing green for pedestrian, he starts walking fastly or jogging fastly to cross the road in the zebra crossing. There was no honking, nothing. There's a car standing there. Okay, no honking, nothing is there. No, nobody's, not even one honk kid. Okay? And other people are walking at a snail slow speed. You cannot imagine. You are so. It is like a privilege for the pedestrians at the zebra crossing to walk at your own speed. You understand, right? You don't even have to walk fast. You don't have to run. You don't have to walk fast. You don't have to jog. You can slow. You can go very slow walking. It's like that is the kind of privilege the pedestrians in Singapore had at the zebra crossing. So you understand the way how Singapore is even built, right? In India, we talk about equal opportunities, equality, and we fight all kind of shitty things here, right? They are putting things in practice. We are still fighting for what we are trying to talk. Singapore has put everything into practice, right? So when you say that vehicle population have to be given priority and the pedestrian populations are a piece of shit, that's how in India it's treated, right? Singapore was different. Pedestrian population are equally as important as a vehicle population. So the vehicles are supposed to wait until every single person who's crossing the zebra crossing for that time, even if that person is walking slow, snail slow, like snail speed slow, you have to be sitting in your car and just hang in there. Okay, you got it, right? So it was like crazy. I think Singapore government should get the CCTV footage of what happened that day and share it to people in India just so you understand what's going on. It was like very different experience, man. The Singapore. I mean, I liked Singapore, and there was a lot of rain. It was started raining. So Singapore has a weather where you get a lot of rains. I guess that time I saw I was like there was a lot of rains, but people were still okay to go out even in the rain. Um, yeah, that's my Singapore. And then I went with my friend to casino. Okay, there what happens is I don't know the name of the game. Like I just stick to what is the concept of the game, so I don't remember the name of the game. It could be called as blackjack. I'm not very sure. Okay, I understood the concept of the game, what they were doing. I said I had okay, like I said, right? I I I, I think I put in a little money, like I think 2,000 or 3,000. I took up 3,000 rupees to invest in that casino to play with the games of the casino, like convert 3,000 into Singapore dollars. Very small money, right? When you the conversion happens. With that, with that 2,000 or 3,000 which I spent, I don't know how much I spent. To initially to start a game itself, you need to invest small money. You have to go and put the money and get a token or something like that, equivalent coins to play the game. Okay. Then I was observing the concept of the game. Okay, people were sitting with huge money, so they don't bring money on the table. The money has to be put in the place. There's a place where you go and put the money and get those coins out. Okay, they'll give you money equivalent coins. Okay, so they play the game. I forgot the name of the game. I could probably pull up some. pictures and show you what that is. What I did was I was understanding the conceptual level and what do I have in my hands, how much coins do I have, money, different coins I have, how I can earn it and double it or triple it and get out. I mean, like earn more, right? So I was playing it strategically, placing the coin in a certain places, which will make me to earn that money, double the money at least. Not 10 times, 10 times, or it could double. It gives me returns on investment. Okay, I did that strategy for one. I used the concept. I used a strategy for one table. I won it the right way. I was able to earn it. Like I did not lose the money. I earned more money, extra money on top of it. With that, I went. I played another game. Another game. I was winning it because I understood the concept. I was winning it. Then got. I got to move into different tables. So even though it's the same game that we had 20 tables, you could play the same game. You can go around and play the same game 20 tables. So then I changed my technique that okay, I'm sticking the same table. I don't want people to observe what I'm doing. You know what I'm talking, right? I don't want people. Once I learned the habit of earning money, how to do that conceptually, mathematically, everything is correct. What I can explain the logic also how I did that. I took that money and I started understanding. Okay, so I it's like it looks like because CCTVs are capturing everything. Okay, that inside the casino, inside every game that will be everything will be focused. CCTVs will be very focused on even the people who are playing games, how they are moving coins, what they are doing with the coins. Everything will be captured because they want data for everything inside the casino. That's how the CCTVs are placed. So I don't want that. I'm aware about it. Okay? So I'm very aware about what I'm entering into. So to avoid that patterns of getting recognized on CCTV, and see that time there was no AI, I guess, but Singapore might have had AI. Maybe they did not bring it in public. It's possible. We never know anything. Okay. So all it takes is very simple. You take a video footage, push it in the AI, and analyze and tell when the AI analyzes, right, it will tell what I'm doing. It could have spotted me in the entire casino and given my photo to the whoever is owner or the Singapore intelligence, whatever. This guy is playing the game very logically correct, mathematically correct. He's not a gambler. He knows absolutely what he's doing because the AI will decode everything very easily. Okay, I take the money out. I started winning two or three times. I understood what the concept is, how I'm winning, everything I understood. Then I moved to one table to another table because I don't want patterns to get recognized by CCTV footage. So I started moving from one table to another table. So I started moving tables and coming back and crossing around different tables to make sure no patterns are getting recognized so easily on the CCTV or anybody is suspecting me also in the casino that how I'm winning. Then I win that coins. I go back and give the coins back to cash back. I have to get a cash back, right? So I told you, right? I invested 25,000 rupees for air ticket and the visa put together. You know how much money I took out? Same 25,000 rupees. So my entire Singapore trip became free for me. So the 25,000 I got it as cash for the coins which I won. I have to go and cash it out. That I gave it to my friend. It's a Singapore dollar. They'll give you a Singapore dollar. I gave it to my friend. I told him that when I go back to India, he has an Indian account, bank account. I told like in next 2 days I'm going back to India, right? Like dude, like just when you have money, 25,000 cash, I'll give you the entire note. Can you just put it into my bank account? I asked him like he has an Indian bank account. He said okay because I told I'll go to the exchange and do it. He said I can do it. No, not a big deal. I can do it for you because he already has an account in India, bank account. I think it's an NRI account or remittance account, something like that. So he did it. He did the transfer. I got the 25,000 into my account, and then yeah. So that's what the entire Singapore. So then I won everything and came out, and I took a picture with my friend me and when I took the picture, right, the photo is there. I saw a lot of people in the background joining me in the picture, and everything was clicked. It was very different. I don't know who these people are. Maybe they might have recognized that I'm playing very nicely, and they just joined me behind me while I was taking the picture was taken just me and my friends. Okay, when I saw the picture when it came out, I saw a lot of other people like they were trying to come behind, not in a very organized way, somewhere in inorganized way, but they were trying to be as a part of the picture. So it was like very different for me to when I look back at the picture. It was like a lot of people are there. How did they end up coming there itself? I didn't know. So we just stepped out of the casino. It's in a part of a huge building where just not casino is there. There are a lot of restaurants, cafes, bars, everything. It's like a Mall. Like, what do you? How do you understand mall in India, right? That's exactly how this works there also. But the only addition in malls in India don't have casinos, right? You may have bars, you may have shopping places, everything, cafes you may have in malls, but they have casinos. The casinos are quite huge, not very small size, not very huge size casinos. So they have casinos, they have bars, they have restaurants, they have cafes, they have shopping, they have movies, everything in one big mall, very huge malls. Okay, this is how Singapore is. And like I tell you something very interesting at the casino. Okay, I'm the only guy in the entire casino with the small amount of money. What I have just three coins with me, very very small amount. Like what? I put in 1,000 rupees and converted into coins. So you know, right? With 1,000 rupees, I've turned it into 25,000 rupees. But this is very very small money in Singapore. There were people who were in the casino, right? They were putting crores of money because I know the value of the coin in terms of money, right? These guys are putting 10 crores, 20 crores. If I do the conversion to Indian rupee, there's one guy, a lot of people like this. There are people are at casinos. They are playing for big money. So I told right, the game can be played for big money and small money. Very strategically, you can play it. This guy was putting 20 crores on the casino on playing for big money. So if he gets into if he gets that if he gets 20 times of if he wins it 20 on 20 times of this money, he gets 20 crores into 20. What is 20 crores into 20? 400 crores, right? But that is very difficult to get. But these people play the entire day to put that money, 10 crores, 5 crores, 20 crores. And if they hit 400 crores, right? If they hit it is very difficult to win that way. It is very very difficult to win a game like that way. But you are hitting a jackpot literally because 20 crores converts into 400 crores. 400 crores. It turns 20 times. Right, you got it right. And then they'll give you this is real money. It's not joke. Okay. Whatever I saw is not a joke. It's absolutely real. If you get access to the CCTV of that day where I was playing this game in the casino, you could you could all see from India like what this game looks like, how their people are playing. You will understand. I may even be able to explain it. So that's a very okay. The point I'm trying to make is Singapore is a very rich country. I mean, they have different sections of people, but there are people extremely rich. You cannot imagine. Like I told you, right? A casino, the chances of winning that game is, I'll say, is 1 out of 100. We're talking 1 out of 100 chances of winning of that person who's playing for the big money. And 20x, he wants a 20x of 10 crores. He's putting 10 crores on the table on the game. He wants a 20x on the 10 crores for him. He plays the entire day or for a few hours. You can play whatever it is. And he's ready to put the money and lose the money and still is betting on the 20 times of 20 crores. He wants 20 times of 20 crores. That's big money for him, right? To put into context, in India, if you are playing a game of cards or something, you're betting and playing. Okay, let's say for example, you put 50 rupees. We'll talk very small money. Okay, 50 rupees. But there is a game in a game. There is a chance of winning 50 into 50,000. Sorry, 50 into 5 lakhs. We'll put it that way. There is a game. There is a certain game in that part where it is very difficult to get a 50. Sorry, we put in 500 rupees, okay, for a game. We'll put it like that way. We put 500 rupees for playing that game in India, let's say that. There is a chance, there's 1 out of 100 chance, 1 out of 100 chance to convert the 500 rupees into 5 lakh rupees. And this is exactly what these people are doing. The people with a lot of money, right? He's putting 10 crores on that game, on the table. He wants to convert that to get a 20x. It's possible in that game to do it. But the chances of getting a 20x is only 1 out of 100. It's not even 10 out of 100, not even 20 out of 100, not even 80 out of 100. 1 out of 100 is a chance for him to win that 20x. If he gets a 20x, right, 20x into 20 is 400 crores. He'll cash out that and he'll go home. This is the level at which these people are playing at. I am playing at what? Peanuts. I'm talking peanuts in that game, casino. But I did not play for the big money, right? I know that 1 out of 10, 1 out of 100 is my chance of winning. So I'll lose the money in one game and so I'll walk out of casino. I did not do that because I understood the game. I was observing what they are playing. I understood what's going on. So I was figuring out some logic, some kind of concept. What is this concept? What is the logic? Then I played for a completely different game. I played for a game where I don't go for big money. I go for very small money. And how do I win? What are the chances of winning? I have to place the coins correctly. So I I could earn more than what I put. See, if I put and I lose money, I'll be out of the casino because I'll start losing money over. I don't have a lot of money, right? I put a very small money, man, like just 1,000 rupees or something like that. I convert it into coins and place it strategically and logically. When I put that strategically and logically, it gave me returns. I did lose one or two times, but I started earning more and more. So I went and went and went, and I switched tables, and back and forth. I was going different tables, so people don't understand what I'm doing, and patterns are not captured in CCTV. I don't want anybody to know what I'm doing, but even my friends got excited, dude. Like, what are you doing? Then they told one day that after this casino thing, we had a conversation that my friends were telling you better come to Singapore and you just keep playing casino. You'll become very rich, man. Like, was you know how to play a game in a very in a way that you know how to earn it, but for you, the way you're playing is you will have to play more number of hours. But if you're willing to put the more number of hours, you will definitely get a decent money out of it when you end of the day. So I played this game right for what 2 3 hours we played to take the 25,000 out. To the, I mean 1 hour to 2 hours something like that. But initial half an hour I didn't even start playing straight away. For half an hour I was observing the game. I'm just standing on the table and observing the game, how they are playing because I need to figure out what's going on, right? And I had to come up with some strategy concept. So what is this concept? What is strategy? What is the logic behind this? What are my chances? So I had to it took me half an hour to study the game itself. Uh, it was crazy. So my friends started making fun of me that after this casino thing that like you should just come to Singapore and live in Singapore, go to casino every day. You will have money to live because you know how to play that game. Required money, which was you could live it like you could live a daily day's life very easily, very easily is what they told me because you just know how to play that game to win a good amount of money, not very big money, a good amount of money, which you can survive for the entire day, man. Like they told me that you should come and settle in Singapore. It was so crazy. I mean, Singapore was very good, very good. I think I enjoyed Singapore. Yeah. 3 days was very short trip, right? It was full of life experiences for me in Singapore. From the way the immigration officer asked me questions, and then the metro train which I was taking, and then I saw the apartments with full of Singapore flags. It was completely different. It gave me a completely different outlook. Well, I know Singapore is known for population of Singapore loves Singapore is something which I know. They are very nationalistic. Loving is different nationalistic. They have a lot of pride with their Singapore, the way Singapore was built and they came out, and they've been a very fantastic country. Okay, they but when I saw the flags, like not one or two, like too many flags out of apartments, like apartments, man. It's not even like see in India you could see Indian flags at government offices, right? We're talking about residences. In India, you will never see at residences people just putting out Indian flag and on the wall, which could be visible to the public, right? You will never see that in India. There were too many, not one, two, too many. Every apartment I'm seeing when the metro train is passing by gave me a completely well. I knew about Singapore before I went to Singapore, but this was a completely different level of understanding Singapore. Yeah, that's great experiences. Then my my friend and me at a bar at the roadside bar, where in the opposite there's a skyscraper, and I'm on this side. I'm sitting at the roadside car, chilled and having beer. It was like I've never been to a bar like this in my lifetime, or experienced a bar like this in my lifetime. Open bar with skyscraper on the other side. Amazing, amazing lives, amazing experiences. And the cab driver was like he spoke very good English, man, like very decent English. And in fact, he just did not speak in English. He was very engaging with the kind of conversation I was having with him. He asked me about India, and he asked me the feedback about Singapore. I gave him very good feedback. I told him, man, I'm very happy with Singapore. And he even asked me like, would you come back one day and live in Singapore? I said, I don't know because I have a family back in India. Like I'm not very sure. I may come. Why not? I just why not? I should not come. Like when I say it's very good, I'm impressed. So why shouldn't I not come and live in Singapore someday? That's what I told him. So yeah, and that lady, right? The car driver, I mean the cab driver, does not hit the car. The lady he just goes a little closer during the signal, and she immediately panics and she opens the door, gets out, and starts shouting at him. it was like wow, that was first world country experiences. When that lady and the when that lady is going to come to India one day and see, it'll be crazy. It'll be crazy. It was very good life experiences for me in Singapore. And yeah, the drinking and then the casino. Casino was amazing life experience. Like I, it was very nice. And then walking, zebra walking, right? Man, crazy. Oh, I think I just 3 days I went, man. Like just for 3 days, it was full of life experience, like crazy things. You know what I'm, you know what, how I'm tuned to how Singapore works, and it was very different for me. It's different experiences. And then of course, me and my friend, we went to this. So Singapore has a Formula One circuit. It's a street circuit. Okay, on on the day we went, there was a Formula One racing going on. So you know what's a street circuit, right? Street circuit is Singapore roads will be turned into a Formula One racing street racing circuit, right? So they will shut the traffic. So the days when there's no um, Formula One happening, it's basically an open road. It's roads for accessible to public. It's something like that. Okay, not every part. I guess it's something like that. I'm not very sure. Okay, so they close the circuit out. I'm sorry, they close the traffic out. It's a huge circuit, and there's a place to sit. Like you know, the Formula One car racing street circuits are very huge. I mean, in India we have this Formula One car racing. It's not a street circuit. It's somewhere in the outer part of India. Like I call this Booth circuit or something. I forgot the name, man. Like there is a Formula One circuit. Um, and that's not street circuit, okay. This thing which I'm talking is street circuit. There are buildings. There's a roads. I mean, the circuit, the tracks is there. The cars are racing at a fucking amazing speed, like a lot of noise, everything's there. There's a proper place to sit there. So we were sitting and watching. Me and my friend were watching the Formula One racing. It was great. Actually, I wanted to become a Formula One driver. Like I said, I love sports so much, right? I had this craze of becoming a cricket player, and then I want to play badminton, and then I want to do Formula One racing, and of course golf. Golf is another my interest. Formula One, I love because I love driving cars. I don't want to do this Formula One is what I want to do. Anyway, I did not come from a place where I could talk about this even. Like families do not even know what this is. Okay. So Formula One, yeah, car racing in Singapore. So that was very good experience. So I saw the Formula One circuit. I mean, the car racing was going on, so I just saw that. I just witnessed it real time. And then we went to Marina Sands Bay. So me and my friends, right? The Marina Sands Bay is on one of the largest skyscraper hotels. On the top is open to public, so you can go there. In that, there's 2 to 3 skydecks. Okay, 2 skydecks are for the public. Sorry, for the hotel. It's completely inaccessible to the public. Okay, that's how they are constructed. It's only for people who stay in the hotel. They can access the 2 skydecks. Only one skydeck is open for public. That's where anybody can walk in. You got to pay for the ticket and you get into skydeck. Okay, so that is a skyscraper. It's a very beautiful building, the Marina Sands Bay. I was standing there and we were looking at things. It was very nice. Marina Sands Bay, yeah. And that was very nice. Then we went to wow. So what happens is yeah, went to this Sentosa Island. Okay. Oh yeah, that was another crazy thing. So I go to Sentosa Island. It's a huge island. It's basically a beach island, beach place. Okay. So we go there. The beach sand is white sand. The water is nice and blue. It's very beautiful when you look at the beach because I do come from city where sorry I've lived in cities where there are beaches like Chennai had beaches, but this was like very different, like very white sand, very clean, very neat beaches. I cannot imagine. I saw like 7 to 8 females, white females. I don't know if they're Singapore or like some first world country females. Okay, they were wearing bikini and thongs and sitting at the beach and relaxing. You know what I did, right? Crazy. I saw the beach. I thought, okay, I'll go and get into the beach water, and so people. I mean, I had my friends. They all also got into the water, but what I did is different. I took my shirt off. So I took my shirt off completely. I'm wearing a shorts. I put my shoes in the sand, took my shirt off. I got into the beach because it was still see, Singapore is still a hot country. Uh, but but the only good part is it keeps raining quite often, so it is good to manage the heat. Okay, it's not. I don't think they have heat wave like Chennai and Tamil Nadu. I guess I don't remember. I have to check it out. Okay, I'm the only guy in the beach uh, who is removing my shirt off and walking into the beach water. Okay, we took pictures. I still have the picture, but you will see only me with no shirt at all. And there is nobody in the beach or in that on that particular day maybe. I don't know about other days and all. On that day, I didn't find anybody who's removed his shirt off and got into the beach. And then I'm seeing six females, white females, very beautiful, with just bikini, their bikini wear, sitting on the beach shore, and they were looking at me because we were facing like each other somewhere there. And I was like, oh, I just removed my shirt and got him. It's crazy. I was like the odd man out guy on that day. And then we walked around in Sentosa Island. Yeah, we did a lot of walking there. Um, yeah, of course, after this, I put on my shirt after this beach thing, getting into the water and getting out. And then we went around the Sentosa Island, and it was good actually. I saw a lot of things. So this experience was good. Yeah, it was huge island I guess. And then about food, yeah. So we went to a couple of places to eat food. Just one or two meal we had food at home. We cooked and ate on that day. So these people, right? They are working in tech industry. Some yeah, all these big companies. They work in very big companies. My friends and his roommates, all very big companies. They get very well paid. Um, so this yeah, only one meal I think we had at home. So it's the way. So everybody cooks at home in the apartment where the apartment they stay, right? It's like they take turns and cook. It seems like some people cook for others as well. If they just check, they have some kind of way to communicate and check it out. One guy will cook for one day for everybody else. It's something that they take turns and cook. They don't hire a cook and do it. And so yeah, we went out to different places to eat food. Okay, we of course went to Little India. So my friend took me to Little India. It's a street. It's full of Indian restaurants, Indian shopping places, everything. I had Indian food there one day, of course. And then we went to a. I had food at KFC or McDonald's. I don't remember. Okay. I told him that, dude, the food here is. I mean, I understand KFC. I understand McDonald's food. Okay. I know that it's an American, but it is completely no taste at all. It's there's no slightest of salt spicy I could feel. So bland compared to Indian food, Indian KFC or Indian McDonald's. So I don't know what that was on that day. So I ate and told that it looks it's tasting very different. Is what I told to my friend. The KFC food here in Singapore tastes very different to me. It's very different to what I had in India. That's what I was telling. Uh, yeah, the food, the people in Singapore, right? I guess they don't eat very spicy food. I guess they eat very foods which are not spicy at all. I guess I'm not sure. Okay, it could possibly be so. And okay, Singapore people they are very white. Okay, completely white people, and the females, yeah, of course, both genders are very white. They have I've seen when I was in Sentosa Island, right? I was seeing the people there, a lot of white people, extremely white, and their kids and all very white, and they all look very, it looks very different. Especially when I'm coming from India, right? Here we have a lot of different skin colors and everything. Singapore was very different. Okay. So good life experiences in Singapore to share. What else was exciting in Singapore? Did I do or anything crazy I saw? Did we go for a movie? No, we did not go for a movie. We planned of going, then we didn't go for a movie in Singapore. I mean, that's not a big deal. Going for a movie is not a big deal. It's like just like multiplex, just like how you watch movie here. It's the same thing there. What else did I do? Anything crazy did I do? Oh yeah, so the day I drank the entire night, the next day night is my flight. Okay, so the next day we had already planned to going to Sentosa, another part of Sentosa. Okay, we covered the day we went for Sentosa first time. We covered very half portion it seems, or we left out something important. He told me like some I don't know. I don't know if he was talking about the film city or something like that. The Universal Studios, I guess. I don't remember. So the next day, I planned to go there, but since I drank the entire night, I slept at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. I did not wake up till the afternoon or evening. So that day was gone. I didn't go and visit Universal Studios, which I had planned to go, but I did not visit that. And I had a flight back to India, so I came back to India. Well, I had a couple of. I mean, I met all these their roommates, and I spoke to one or two guys there. Okay, people were quite busy studying and going to work. I spoke to one guy, of course. He was from India as well. So he was asking me that why don't you? So he knew about the tech. I come from tech industry background, right? He was telling me why don't you just switch to Singapore? Singapore is very good. Like, he was asking me like, do you like Singapore and everything? I told it's very good, man. Like I like it. Uh, of course, he's an Indian. Like he comes from India, but he's been living in Singapore for a long time. He's been working in India. So he was asking me about why don't you switch to Singapore? Why don't you take a job in Singapore and live in Singapore? If you feel Singapore is very good, I told, yeah, it is good, but you're like, I just came for 3 days short visit, man. Like I have to think a little bit about it. Okay, I have to go back and think. I have a job in Chennai. I'm working for a multinational company. I mean, so that company which I was working, right, the Sullivan's company, they have an office in Singapore. But like I said, I did not inform anybody in Sullivan's company that I'm going on a holiday to Singapore. I did not inform anybody. If I had informed, maybe they would have communicated somebody in Singapore office, and they would have told that when you go to Singapore, you could have gone to Singapore office just to say hi, like few hours. They could have arranged something. They may be able to do it because we are all well. It's a product-based company. It's not a service-based company. So the offices in Singapore, offices I have worked with people in different locations of the same company, the US, the Europe, and Singapore. Singapore, I know who's the team there working there. I know the people who work there. Uh, I don't have direct communication. I have some people who are working in that different teams. I talk to them, so they interact more with people in Singapore. So if I had told people in Singapore in Sullivan's company that I'm taking a day off to go to Singapore, maybe they would have communicated. The people whom I know in different teams who work with closely with managers in Singapore, and they work with top level management in Singapore. Okay, these the people in other team in my same office in Chennai office, they would have immediately sent a message because they are very so they are in constant touch and they work very closely with Singapore team. Okay, they would have probably communicated. So I did not tell anybody in Sullivan's company that I'm going to Singapore. I'm taking a day off and I'm actually going on a 3 day visit to Singapore because like I said, I had different circle of friends. Okay, so I now one circle of friends do not know who are my other circle of friends. So I keep it I keep my all my friends circles very private. Okay, like because I don't want anyone to cross the circles and know everything. It's like don't disturb others and all. Like I like because everybody have a certain way of thinking, certain way of living, and I have got along with these circles somehow. So I did not tell my Sullivan's circle of people that I'm going on Singapore. And in fact, I was living with a roommate. He worked with me in Sullivan's. He's like a manager level. He's not got a promotion as manager. He's an acting manager. Okay. He does not even know that I'm going to Singapore. Okay. He thought I'm going to. I told him I'm going to Madurai. Like I'm going to Madurai to uh, for some occasion with my family. So I'm very good at telling people a lot of lies and doing a lot of very things in a secret way. Okay, I'm very good at this. Is not the first time I've done it. I do a lot of things around. Even like I said, I don't want to. I don't want people to know what I'm doing, so I have to tell lies and get out. So I don't want people to come and check where I'm going, what I'm doing. So I'm that kind of guy. Okay, like if I'm me and one circle of friends have certain plans to do. I'm living with different other people who are also, or I mean, other circles also know me. So I'll just tell some lie and get out. So I have a privacy with this kind of circle which I'm going on. So yeah, on that day before going to Singapore, right? My roommate was asking me, "Why are you going? Where are you going?" I told him like, "Dude, I'm taking leave and I'm going to Madurai to have some family function or family occasion coming up. So I'm just going to Madurai." I was wearing my bag, huge bag, a travel bag, sneakers, shorts, t-shirt, hat, and going. He was a little suspicious, I guess, because I mean, I'm going for 3 days. I'm taking a big bag with me, right? So he was asking on that point of view. I don't know what they thought. Okay. Anyway, let's have some food. Okay. Let's have some butter. I think I told only my mom that I'm going to Singapore. I did not tell to anybody else. My mom was asking, should I tell to dad and should I tell to my your brothers? I told no. Why would you go and tell everybody? I told don't tell anybody. That's what I told my mom. Okay, because I don't want to tell everything. I actually don't like. No, I don't want to publicize about my entire life what I'm doing. But now that is pre. I mean, that time I was using social media, but I was not actively posting everything on social media. Okay, now I've gone into different mode because people. I'll tell you a lot of things what happened. Okay, people actually at one point what happened is in my social media circles and my families and relatives, everybody. Mm, they started getting very offended because it's like I'm not sharing about my life to anybody. I'm keeping a very secret life. So that got escalated in my family circles and everywhere. So they were starting to find out who are in my social media, who are all my friends and everything. And they came to know about a lot of my friends, and they went and talked to their families because they know their family names, like some kind of link they have networked. So then I was like, I got a lot of complaints that people are checking out in your family circles. They're coming to know who are your friends, what you're doing in your life, social media, whom and all are there. So then I I went and removed all my friends from social media. Like I had 500 plus friends on my social media, okay, Facebook especially, and Instagram also. I had a lot of people. So I removed everybody from social media. Like everyone is gone because like things started escalating and people are talking about it. I started feeling very uncomfortable about this whole thing because they're trying to know who my friends are. They're trying to check who is in my Facebook friend list, who are all these people, and they're trying to, if they know that person, they're trying to communicate with their families. So it's something like that was started happening. So I felt very uncomfortable about this whole situation. So I thought, okay, let's change the strategy. Let's change the strategy. So I took all my friends out of my Facebook list. Facebook list. I don't know what my friends thought about me. Like when I removed all my friends from my Facebook and everything, because they don't know that I'm facing such a different situation here. That things are getting escalated and I'm being questioned like who's this friend, who's that friend, and everything. So I immediately removed it. I don't know if my friends got offended, like my 500 plus friends, right? If they got offended, all of a sudden I removed them. It could possibly be so because I do all these crazy things without telling anything to anybody. And so whoever that 500 plus friends who are trying to find an answer, like why did I remove everybody from my social media? It's because things started getting escalated in my family circles and relative circles and everything. They were trying to check who my friends list are, and they are trying to ask me questions. So too much of noise started happening, so I removed everybody. So you can still get in touch with me in a way that nobody knows. So now I have come into a different way of living life. Okay, all my friends will be friends, but they will not be known to public because I'm right now having a lot of exposure to public. Okay, so I don't want people in the public to know who my friends are because they may want to have a private life, right? So I don't want to disturb them. They may choose to have a very private life, who my friend circles and all like private in sense. Uh, if I am getting too public, right, there's too much of noise around me. That means people in the public are noticing me. So I would better remove my friends from the friends list because there'll be unnecessary complication happening with my friends list and public, and I don't want to do all these things. So my friends could be comfortable would be comfortable hanging out with me. They may not make comfortable me having a lot of public exposure, and a public is trying to stalk where I'm going, who my friends are. So that is becoming a big problem. So I would have I would have just I thought, okay, let's take them off the social media, and I mean they could very well stay in touch with me. I have no problems with that. If they want to get in touch with me, they can very easily get in touch with me. And I'm okay with everything. So if you want to know that I removed everybody from friends list is because I started treating you all like my enemies. That's why I removed from friends list. The answer is no. If that is what you were thinking, the answer is no. Because things was escalating in my family circles and everywhere. They were very noticing about who are my friends, what am I doing in my life. Because I was living a very secret life. Okay? Very secret life in the sense, very private life. I was not telling anybody anything what I'm doing, like in the families, the relatives. So nobody knows anything about me, what I'm doing in life. Okay, where I'm working, what I'm doing. I don't tell anybody anything. I'll be very silent. Okay. So if I 500 plus friends got offended for me to remove you all, uh, this is the only reason. Okay, there's nothing much. I don't have any grudge against anybody there. So so the Singapore trip was, yeah, it was a very good life experience. See, so I did not tell anybody in Sullivan's company that I'm going to Singapore. In fact, I know the Sullivan's company is there in Singapore. I know it because I'm working in a company. I know all the locations, and I know there is a team and my director in the company. Right, there'll be a director in the company. We are all in touch with all the managements, all the directors in every location. We are continuous touch. Okay, continuously communicating because that is how this product company itself works. The entire Sullivan's company works like this. Okay, every location everywhere are all linked. The way that we are building products, everything. Okay, I did not tell anybody in the office I'm going to Singapore. If I just told, right, that I'm just going 3 days to Singapore, why I did not tell is I felt always I feel like I don't want to share too many information to everybody because some people may not like it, some people may like it. I mean, like so I try to keep it a little secret. Okay, that's how I was living earlier. Now I'm going public. I'm mostly trying to tell everything as much as possible. I'm trying to share as much as possible about me. Okay, I'll share more and more. We'll do it very slow. Okay, everything about me I'll do it very slowly. Because if I had told in the office that I'm going to Singapore, what would have happened? Most likely, the people in the team that who work with Singapore team would have probably updated them. There's an Andish from the team. He's coming on a 3-day holiday to Singapore. Okay, I'm just having my I'm having my lunch slowly. So in the apartment I lived with my friend, right in Singapore. I spoke to just two guys, I guess. The others were busy with life and everything. One guy was working in tech in Singapore. So me and him were having a more than half an hour, like half an hour discussion at least, like just chatting around and just checking out what this. And yeah, he was telling me, he was persisting me, why don't you move, if you think you like Singapore, why shouldn't you not find a job in Singapore, move to Singapore? um, right, I went in a plan for a holiday, like I already have a job in Chennai. I was working for the SolarWinds company. I went just for a holiday, like I didn't have any plans to, I didn't even think like getting a job in Singapore. I did not come to that mm, mindset. Like I did not even think like that. Okay, I never think even once when I'm going to Singapore. I will. Okay, I thought, let me go get a hang of Singapore. That's how I went. That was my only approach. And that to my friend invited, and he told he'll host me. I said, but then I said, okay, fine. He said, put your flight tickets. The rest I'll take care. There's a place to stay. I'll take care of other expenses. He told me. Like I said, okay, fine. Like, and then okay, I thought, okay, it's for 3 days. I'll go and just get a hang of Singapore. I am aware about Singapore to some extent. I know it's very, the cost of living, everything is, it's a very first world country. I know about it. I'm not like completely unaware about it, but the life experiences was definitely good. Mm, yeah, so he was very seriously trying to persist me to, why don't you find a job in Singapore, move to Singapore if you feel Singapore is very good. um, he was trying to make me think a little seriously, I guess. I was like, dude, like I'm in a holiday mood, man. I'm already in a job. I'm in a holiday mood. I've not even thought about it at all. Like I never thought like coming to Singapore to find a job. So I'm coming on a holiday to Singapore. So I want to see around Singapore. Let me get a hang of Singapore. So that's how I had to let him know. I never thought seriously about. going and settling in Singapore, working in Singapore. Like, I mean, I was aware about Singapore. That's correct. I always wanted to go to the US compared to Singapore. Even though I do like Singapore, I know about Singapore. Like, I'm not like completely unaware. It's a very good city. I'm sorry, very good country. It's a very nice country. I always wanted to go to the US because I had I had a lot of. No, I love US culture. Singapore is definitely good. I mean, I won't say it's bad at all. It's very good. Singapore is really good. Yeah, I never took seriously on that time. Like, people started asking me like, why don't you get a job? Like, I'm not in that mode itself. Like, I'm not even in that mode of thinking that time. So yeah, but I've always thought about going and living in the US and settling in the US. That's like I could say it very openly. Hmm. I'm almost done with my brunch, right? Okay, so that is about it. Well, I can share something more interesting, and also this is all this all needs to go to the Central Bureau of Investigation in New Delhi, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the intelligence in Europe, everybody out there. What I'm going to share next, okay? So, see, I come from this part of city called Madurai in Tamil Nadu, okay? My parents are all school dropouts. They never went to Harvard, Stanford. They don't speak English. They're not from MITs, nothing like that, okay? So they don't know anything about me, is one way to say it. I hide everything about me too. I hide everything about me to everyone else is because I'm living in an environment, or I'm living in a state, living in a city where I'm just too advanced for these people, so they cannot understand me. That's why I try to keep everything very secret, because their understanding, their culture, the way of living is very, very different. I'm very like American, okay, from my childhood days. So from 18 years, I go join a college. I go to the college called Mepcosh Link Engineering College. Okay, I'm trying to have a girlfriend is because I don't come from a place which knows English. I come from a caste called Saurashtra, right? They do not speak English. They follow a certain culture. Okay, that culture and what I'm talking is a complete mismatch because they talking. I'll explain everything very slowly. Okay, we'll go slow. I'll make you all understand what this is. Why I am trying to say I need to have a girlfriend is because my parents did not go to Harvard, Stanford, MITs. They don't speak English. They don't know anything. Anything. They do not even know what I'm doing in life. They cannot understand. That's one way to also say it. They cannot understand anything. They don't know anything. Their exposure is very little, very little, very, very little. Okay. They don't have interest, or they cannot understand so many things. Okay. In fact, my mom and dad became abnormal in life because they are not able to understand anything. And I'm very advanced for the entire Indian population itself. You're understanding, right? I'm too advanced for the entire Indian population. Like I have 75,000 cases to be filed in the Supreme Court of India. One person who's filing more than 75,000 cases in the Supreme Court of India is not a joke. It's not at all a joke. It's not a joke. If one person is going to file 75,000 cases in the Supreme Court of India, just when I lived with two cities, I mean, sorry, two states in India, state of Tamil Nadu and state of Karnataka. I have not been to other states itself. Well, in state of Maharashtra, I lived for 6 months. Okay, then I'm out. So I didn't have much exposure there. So for me to live in state of Tamil Nadu and state of Karnataka, just two states in India, if I am bringing 75,000 cases to the Supreme Court of India, more than 75,000 cases to the Supreme Court of India, we're talking about a serious problem, right? Serious problem. So this is not a joke. So in fact, I was very much aware in my childhood days that the life I want to live in India is not going to exist. It does not even exist here because I know about India to the level which the Supreme Court of India does not know about India. The Central Bureau of Investigation, New Delhi, does not know anything about India. At the level which I know, I'm talking from the ground level. Even though I don't talk to a lot of people, I am a more a consumer of content, like consumer of what is happening everywhere in families, in every places in India, what is going on. Okay, so for me, I was ready to have a girlfriend from age of 8. I was ready. Like in my side, I'm doing everything correctly. Okay, I'm ready to have a girlfriend. Okay, I went and studied in engineering college, Mepcosh Link Engineering College. I'm trying to have a girlfriend as early as possible in my life because that is the only way I can start living my life. Because I come from a family which does not know anything. Like what I'm trying to do, what I want to do in life, they cannot even understand. So I just don't talk to anybody here in the family. We are very silent inside the family. Okay, my mom will do what she wants to do. My dad will do what he wants to do. I'll be doing what I want to do. My brothers will do. This is how we live in the life. We don't even talk. We don't talk at all. We five people have never spoken at all. We not even we never spoke. Just like sometimes one or two words. That's it. Because if we all start speaking, everybody will go abnormal inside the family. Because I'm too advanced. Okay. My brothers have also studied engineering, but they're not as advanced as me. They are somewhere. They are very much very different. Okay. They're very very different from me. My mom and dad are like cannot imagine. Okay, so they don't, like I said, they did not go to, they're school dropouts, uneducated people. They don't understand. I'm doing engineering degree. I'm cracking interviews of tough companies, all multi-billion dollar companies, all very, very top companies. And I'm going and working. I'm not really working there. I'm winning awards and rewards consistently in several several companies, which I don't share this news to anybody. And with that kind of with that kind of way of living, right? I need to have a girlfriend actually, and I want to have a girlfriend who's also like me in a sense, who's done engineering, who's 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 cracked into top companies, who's got a good hang of work experience, and she is ready to know the life outside her job is also as equivalently important to be transformed the way you transform your life in getting education. Okay, what we are doing in India is these females. I'll focus on female population, male population. Let the females talk about the male population. Okay, I'll go the other way around. So what the female population in India are doing is, especially the ones who go and study engineering, medical, and MBA. Okay, we'll keep it that way. Three more most complex studies in bachelor's and one in masters. We'll pick up like that. Okay, uh, they are able to they don't come from nobody, these people, right, all these females never come from families where the mom and dad went to Harvard, Stanford, MIT. No, never. You will never see something like that, who who are studying engineering, medical, and MBA from top colleges, right? So these females have figured out how to transform their lives by choosing education, choosing a good degree, good challenging bachelor's degree to choose and study, and then they figured out how to go get a job in good companies, and they start earning. That is the only thing they have done to their entire life. Good thing, or like a way to shape their brain up. Nice way to shape up their thinking and thoughts. They put it in education, getting good score, getting jobs, something like that. They have figured out something they've done in that part. If you look at the rest of the life, they have just left it whatever shit it is. They're just like, oh, I cannot put because they've gone into the return of investment mode. They've never gone into understanding that you are living in an abnormal world. It is affecting everybody out there. So you need to fix up everything up and get out of that abnormal world real fast. Right? They did not know how to do that. Female population in India, especially the ones who did engineering, and so I am trying to have a girlfriend from engineering college itself. Like girlfriend is different, marrying and calling a wife is different, right? I'm trying to talk about having a girlfriend, having a live-in relationship, having sex, having babies without marriage, without signing marriage papers. So I'm trying to have a girlfriend. Okay, for that, these females are thinking about really one marriage in the entire lifetime. I'm talking about how you study engineering is a very complex. Engineering is a very very complex study. Okay, every subject in engineering is very complex to study. It requires a lot of efforts, a lot of time to spend and understand each and everything to study. Is how engineering works. So you are already training the most complex studies in engineering degree, right? When I'm talking the concept which the thing which I'm going to explain is also complex for normal people, but for engineering people, the once I explain the concept, you will get a hang of it. Very simple, but they're not ears to what I'm telling. That's where the problem is. The females are not willing to give that ears to what I'm talking. I'm trying to say that 18 years, man. I'm getting into engineering for 18 years, right? My life has to start. My life has to start only when I start having a girlfriend. Immediately, like 18, 19, 20, I should start getting a girlfriend. Somewhere in 1, 2, 3 years, I should get one girlfriend up. Okay, let's say I'm studying third year. A first year female should be able to be my girlfriend. At least we'll go that way. We'll go to that extent, right? I need a girlfriend. Okay, if my classmate is not willing to be my girlfriend in college, okay, you want to skip it that way, fine. I will go to second year. So when I move to first year, second year college, let the first year when female join, right? She'll be like 1 year junior to me. Let her be my girlfriend. At least we'll go. I'm trying to negotiate in that 4 years. I'm trying to negotiate to make sure I get one girlfriend. And I'm trying to tell that, okay, now this is one. One thing I want to. Second thing is, I want to have a girlfriend. I want to have a live-in because I'm wasting my time without a girlfriend in my life. And I'm studying engineering degree, man. I want to have a girlfriend. I want to have a lot of discussions about so many things, right? I want to know what her world looks like and what she's coming, everything. And then, okay, people might think having a girlfriend, having sex is very easy. No, not at all. At least for a person like me and the kind of girlfriend I'm looking to have. Okay, so I'm trying to have a girlfriend, right? The females are not cooperating because they want only marriage. They want finish engineering degree, finish the sorry, get a job, get a H1B, go to the US, and then you marry that and let the child be born there because they want the child to be an American citizen. They know that India is a third world country. They will not allow the child to be born into India. Is absolutely they're very clear, okay. But I'm talking about a lifetime. There's something called lifespan of a person. So 18 years you start college, right? Like how these females are planning in joining engineering degree, right? How they are planning exactly is this, okay. 18 to 22 years engineering degree, 22 years to 28 years or 27, 28 years, you have to have a job or do masters and get a job or do something, and then you get a H1B and go to the US. So you'll take a solid 5 years if you put in full efforts. So by 27, 28, let's say you hit US, then you get married. That's what their plans are. Then you get married. Then they will have a child there. That's at 29, 28, 29, 30. They'll have a child in the US to be born in the US. So the child gets an American citizenship right away. And now what is happening here is 18 years to 30 years, these females are not willing to have sex. They're not willing to have boyfriend, not willing to have sex. They are very clear, like they have put up their brains like that. Who these females who join engineering degree. They're extremely clear. They're very okay. See. I call India a third world country very openly, right? I call India a third world country, bullshit, everything after it. They don't say it. They do a different way. They wanted to finish their engineering, work for 5 hours, 5 years. Within that, they'll try to work very hard to make sure they get a H1B. Get a H1B, they out, and then immediately they'll get a marriage done, get the baby born out, get the American citizenship because she is telling that I want my child to be born in a first world country. That's why she's doing this. Who? The Indian females, the ones who come and study engineering. This is their master plan. This plan is not the female who's joining engineering degree. At the time of joining engineering is what she's planning. She's planning this during her school days so because she's seeing about India. She's seeing about all the bullshit happening in families, government, the public, how much of mentally retarded people are all there everywhere. She's trying to find out she's researching and studying everything on her own. So by the time she's getting ready with her brains and getting things fixed, she finds out this is the best path to do. So I'll study, work hard, go to the engineering college, do very well, come out, get a job very fastly, and I'll put very hard work to make sure I get a H1B. Once I get a H1B, I'll go find a guy to marry and come in, and settle in the US, or the guy in the US who's already made it this way. Marry the guy up there, and have a child born there. So because having a child is not it's not just the guy's thing or the girl's thing, right? The female thing, the male and female who have sex both share their semens, like the sperms, and then a child is born. So female who has sex to have a child, the male who has sex to have a child, both are talking about equal rights of where the child should be born. Right? You understand, right? So, well, I could say let my child be born in. Well, how do I put it? So this female who planned this a way, certain way to go to the US and have a child are very clear about what they're doing. And they want very specifically, very, very specifically, that if she is going to have a child out of her vagina, she will make sure that child is born in a first world country. She will not make sure, she will make sure that the child is not born in India, in the third world country. Because I call India a third world country very openly. I will go to the Supreme Court of India and say, you fucking third world country bastards. This is how I'll talk in the Supreme Court of India. But these females, right, these Indian females, what they're doing, they don't know how to do this. Instead, they choose the other route. Right? I'll draw. The way I think is, if India is not going to fix the way I want India to fix, I will make nuclear bombs to be dropped into India. I'll ask China to invade India. This is how I will think itself. Like, you know what I'm trying to tell, right? These females are talking like a game of football. Okay, you're born in a third world country. You're not able to fix India. You're finding USA interesting. Great, USA is fantastic. I don't say no. great country and you want your child to be born first to a country because you know that this is India is a mental hospital country. Well, what I'm saying is, well, I have the same thinking like you, that but I have a little bit of difference from the females who think the way I also think. There's a very small difference. The difference is, I want to destroy India. I want to kill everyone in India if I want to fix India. That is how I can fix India. The way I think itself is like this. I I want to go to US, fine. That's okay. That's I'm saying no. But in India, when I'm staying, I'm not able to live the life I want to live because of mental hospital population are creating problems to me. I want to kill the entire Indian population itself, right? If I know how to build a $1 billion company, I should know how to kill entire India's population and get an empty land out, and me and my girlfriend will live in this country like a king and a queen. The entire land of India belongs to us. There is nobody here. So there's nobody to tell us what I should do, what me and my girlfriend should do. Or I don't have to tell anybody what you should do. Right? The way I think itself is very different. That's not the case with this female population. Their thinking is very different. I'm like, okay, your problem is India. Your problem is the population of India's mental hospital population. I agree. I also have the same thought. So you are taking the route to finish engineering, do well, get into good companies, get a H1B, go there, and then have a child born. Is your way of thinking. My way of thinking is, if I don't get the India the way I want, I will kill the entire India's population. If I know how to build a $1 billion company, I should know how to kill the entire India's population. That's one way to I'll address this problem. Second way is, I will ask, I will persuade, I'll keep escalating to several countries who can help me to fix India. I'll ask Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif to please drop a nuclear bomb because we are not able to live here. Or I'll ask Chinese President Xi Jinping to say that, can you please invade India and please shut down India completely, and you build a skyscraper India completely, and you make this Indian population to just put them into some skyscrapers and tell them, please don't work, you're abnormal, please don't do anything. We'll give you food, we'll give you medical, just stay, just live life, don't go to work, don't disturb anybody, just sit there, okay? Walk, swipe, walk, just sit there, don't do anything. Don't get into anything because you're abnormal population. If Chinese President Xi Jinping says, okay, we'll do this, I'll say, please do it. Please come take India, take Indian Ocean, everything. I'll give it to you. Just take India and Indian Ocean, fix the country up. Or I would say I'll reach out to the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. I'll tell the President that this is what is going on. That is, we are dealing with full of abnormal population. Even the educated population of India are behaving abnormal because they are influenced by the abnormality way of thinking instead of trying to break free from that abnormality way of thinking and trying to live a life in a way it should be lived, right? If this is all is happening, I'll keep escalating to the Donald J. Trump, the president of America, and say that please start bombing entire India out. We need to we need to shut this down. Okay, because the political parties in India, their goal is to fix India, right? That whatever they know, they'll try to keep on doing. That's what they like. If I'm the president, if I'm the prime minister of India, I'll keep doing the same thing, right? I'll have to fix India. I'll have to develop India. My question is, if you're trying to fix a country with abnormal population, how do you fix a country with abnormal population is my question. What are you going to do? Look at my way of thinking. I'm saying 18 years onwards, I want to have a girlfriend, I want to have sex, I want to have babies without signing marriage papers. All this is legal in India, and we'll try to fix things up. Like we'll go and live even a fucking village, and all we need is an internet connection, countryside life, and we can have bicycles. We can learn to grow. We'll use education to an amazing potential, is what I'm trying to say. Because I'll sit in the village. We're not really going to use education to do things. We'll also use for research purposes. So everything will be different. I'm trying to tell. Like, okay, let me put it also in this way. If I go to US, people think that I'll go to the US and live in New York, a skyscraper city, or go to US and live in San Francisco, California. You think or Austin, Texas? You think I'll have that life? Answer is no. No, I'll never do that. I'll go to US. I'll pick up a countryside in the US, beautiful countryside, New Hampshire, Vermont, in East Coast. Very beautiful lifestyle, very beautiful countryside life. Very lot of open land, greenery, a farmhouse, a brandonium, beautiful life. And plug my internet in. I'm connected to the internet, full speed internet. Give me the tech. I'll equip my home with full of tech gadgets. I'll have access to having bicycles and whatever I need to do to fix my fitness. Everything will be fitted up. So I fix everything up, and the food, who knows, I want to grow, I grow the food as well and eat it. So, like, and because once I know that I have the good level of education where I can keep up, and I'm also using my education to apply and do certain things. Also, I'm using it for research, for study purposes. When I do a lot of study, right, it becomes more fascinating to know than trying to live in New York and get mesmerized with just skyscrapers and keeping your brain shut from all the other activities. You know what I'm trying to say, right? If you go live in if you go live in New York, right, you will be absolutely mesmerized with the life, with what you see in New York, right? The life in New York, and it will be like so amazing to see skyscrapers, Central Park, and New York is very cycling friendly. It's not very huge like other cities. So for me, I would rather choose a countryside. It doesn't mean that I would never visit New York or never visit San Francisco or I go to Los Angeles, California, or I go to Chicago, Illinois, or I go to Austin, Texas, or I go to Seattle, Washington. That's a very beautiful part of US. So it is like I'll definitely move around you. I don't mind going everywhere, but I'll have a countryside life, a farmhouse life, or a brandorium life, or um, a life where I can have a lot of outdoor activity. I have a beautiful girlfriend with me. I can have sex with her. I can have babies with her. I can listen to American songs. I can work on tech. And if she's not from tech background, that's the very thing we both will not get along. That's okay with me. If she loves me American music and I love American music, then amazing. We'll talk about we'll be listening, chilling out with music. And if she likes singing, I'll encourage her. Can you want to sing? I'll just sing. And I want to listen to how you sing because I will try to compare our voices with let's say she's trying to sing a Taylor Swift song or Cardi B or whatever. I'll try to compare it too. Like I'll just say I'll give feedback to my girlfriend that oh, like you're matching with Taylor Swift or something like that. Something very, very engaging, very entertaining, and very fun. Like, and if she likes going out, she wants to do a lot of outdoor activity with me. Like, she also likes to bike with me. Like, bicycle in India, we call it bike in the US. Want to bike along with me? We'll do it. Like, it's amazing, right? What else? What else do we want? And then, if you want to go in, let's say we want to go to New York or sometime, me and my girlfriend, to spend some time, we'll go in there. We'll lock up the house in a countryside. We'll we'll fly into New York and live there for a few weeks, maybe if you want to, and then come back here. So we'll just move around US. So that is what I'll be doing. Okay. So this is what is going on. So females in India did not cooperate to be my girlfriend because they want a certain life, especially the ones who finish engineering. I don't know about other degrees. I'm more particular about females who do engineering or medical because I can get along very nicely with them. That's how I think, actually. So yeah, I'm trying to have a girlfriend, right? They're not cooperating at all. They are one is their thinking is to have their baby born first to a country. I'm trying to say that, dude, like you're losing 10 years before you go to the US and have a child there in the US, right? Why don't you enjoy the time with me? Like India is a third world country. What about me? I'll try to help you to have a wonderful life experiences in India as long as you're going to stay with me in India, right? Even I'm trying to go to the US. Let's say that's what is happening. At 18 years, 19 years, I'm in the college. I'm trying to say something is the same thing what females are doing. They're also trying to go to the US. Their life is to finish engineering, get a job, go to the US. The same thing I'm also trying to do. This is that who goes, who does not go, how life changes, how things change. Everything is a different thing, different story. I'm saying at 18, 19, 20, I need a girlfriend. Why don't you cooperate? Why are you not cooperating? You are studying engineering. I'm telling this concept is very easy. Let me have a let, let me have a girlfriend. So I was studying in Mapcosh Engineering College, okay, in Virudhunagar district, in Sivakasi. The college, 25 kilometers to your right is Virudhunagar, 25 kilometers to your left is Sivakasi. Okay. I was First of all, I want to go to Chennai to study. Then I was sent to this college. Fine, I'm okay now. I got into this college. I have to fix my life up, right? So I wanted to have a girlfriend. I planned if I get a girlfriend in my coastal engineering college itself, me and my girlfriend will live in Virudhunagar or in Sivagasi as a take a live-in place to live in. We'll have sex. We'll even have babies. We'll talk about everything. We'll have babies and everything without signing marriage papers. Let people see it because what we're doing is legally correct. So what is there to hide? Maybe it is something which is not known to the people of Tamil Nadu, is okay, but legally is correct, right? You can nobody can question us. Well, if the court is going to question, we are going to go to the court and submit our. We're going to let the court know this is what is happening. You can put into investigation, find out what we're doing. I don't have any problems, nor my girlfriend has any problems. So me and my girlfriend would have stayed in Savagasi in a live-in or in Virudhunagar in live-in, and we would have had sex, we would have had babies, we would have talked about it very because engineering itself is a study. So having sex is a study. Living in requires study. Everything is study backed. You cannot. We're not talking about a bullshit thing, right? We're talking about study backed thing. So if I had a girlfriend and she had cooperated, right, and I would have told her that, dude, like you are also trying to go to the US, I'm also trying to go to the US. Let's you have the first world country experience with me. Forget about how India looks like. You and I can have a first world country life. If you are my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend. We will do that, okay? So we'll try our best. I'll try my best to make sure we are enjoying our life here before you go to the US. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? I would tell that if you want to split me and go after having baby, it's okay. Or if you want to say, no, I'm splitting out, I don't want the baby, you take the baby and you go out, find another girlfriend. Fine, I'll get to the terms. We'll talk the terms out, like how we are splitting out, if you want to split out, okay? When you get in as a girlfriend, allow me to have sex with you, we'll learn everything and do it correctly. We'll have a baby, everything is fine. At the college level itself, I'm saying, it's okay with it. I'm perfectly okay with everything. There's nothing. You don't have to sign a marriage paper. People will talk shit, man. Like they will, if they see something different, they'll talk. It's very normal. Okay, it's not like abnormal. People will not talk, right? So when they see people see a lot of different things happening, they are very bound to talk. It's very normal. It's very human psychology to talk about something which is happening very different around them. They will start talking because they are seeing something they're not able to understand. So they're trying to figure out what is going on. It's very normal. So I wanted a girlfriend when I was studying in the college itself. My plan was to go live in Virudhunagar or Sivagasi, have sex, have babies, everything. Let's do it. So we'll talk about the plans of how we split. If you want to split, when we split, let's say after having baby, she wants to split and go out of me. Okay, fine. I'll be like, how do you want to split? Do you want to take the baby with you and split and go out? Or do you want to say, no, no, I'm not taking the baby, you take the baby and you split and you go out and find somebody else? I'm okay for that dealing itself. You know what I'm talking about. I'm flexible with everything because I'm talking about my time I'm spending in this life. I want a certain time to spend with certain female, my girlfriend. So you have to cooperate with me. You cannot study engineering and say this is too much difficult to understand. Dude, this is you're fucking learning engineering, man. Engineering is extremely complex than what I'm talking. This is the most simplest concept I could even explain. All the engineering concepts will hit this concept out of the park. My concept is very, very simple, very easy, very easily understandable for an engineering graduate. It is legally correct. What I'm talking is legally valid. You can go and cross verify with lawyers. I don't mind with it. At 18, 19, 20, I should start having a girlfriend. I was trying to have a girlfriend called Mala. Okay? I'm trying to, even I'm trying to see. When I was the person who made the first move to go talk to her and ask her out for a coffee. Okay, she was okay with it. She came out for a coffee with me. It's okay. Then I was like trying to see how I can develop from here to ask her to be my girlfriend and everything, take it up further because I don't know what mode of thinking she was there, but I'm trying to even I'm trying to figure out. I'm struggling one side to have a girlfriend because we are not living in a country where we can easily talk about go and have boyfriend girlfriend. At least in South India, I don't know about North India could be very very much different. So she was not very cooperative. It was something like that. Something was going on. So she walks out. But anyway, leave her alone. There was another female. I came to know some guy told me in biotech there was one female who was interested to date you or something like that. That time, somebody told some random guy told me. I know who that female is. I don't remember seeing her. Never. She never went. She never came and spoke to me even a single word. I've seen her somewhere maybe in the college. So, like I said, I was ready to have a girlfriend in the college terms. Like like I said, I wanted to go to Chennai and study. I was arguing that with my family a lot of times. My family would have see my family comes from the place of non-engineering background, school dropout background, everything. So they follow the village culture kind of thing. Like study, get a job, earn. With that you buy. With that you go and marry and live that life with that wife for the rest of the life. I'm talking completely different. I'm coming already from engineering background, very complex study. Very, very complex studies engineering. Okay. And the concept I'm explaining cannot be understood by non-engineering people. A mom and dad cannot understand what I'm talking. They cannot understand it because they did not study engineering itself. They're school dropouts. They're uneducated people. Nobody can understand. Only the females who go and study engineering can understand what I'm talking. When you cross-verify what I'm talking with the legal team, they go and explain this to lawyer, and what I'm talking is legally correct in Indian law itself is correct. And we are engineering graduates, so we have a very upper hand in getting a full backing from several first world countries if we do this in India. Several first world countries will be able to help us and support us because this is correct, legally correct, everything is correct. Then we are engineer on top of it. Me and my girlfriend are engineering graduates, so engineering is a complex study. The most complex bachelor study is engineering. Well, medical is also a very equally challenging study, but very complex study is engineering. It takes a lot of efforts and time to learn engineering and do it correctly, precisely. So, well, medical and engineering are very complex. Okay, but engineering is at a very different level compared to medical. Okay, so what I'm telling is, well, I'm okay. I'm okay with and I do. There's a war with medical and engineering saying who's complex, but I'll say both are equally complex. Okay? I'll agree to that extent because I do know a little bit of medical degree also, like how you the amount of subjects and efforts you put to study, what is there, the complexity levels, everything. I understand that. So we'll go with this. Okay? Medical and engineering are two most complex studies in bachelor's degree. Okay, so this, when I trying to explain, right? So at 18, 19, 20, I want a girlfriend. I want to live in. You don't need to sign marriage papers at all. Fucking no marriage papers. Si- marriage, sorry, live in, start having sex, start having babies. When we split out, whenever it may be, like after, let's say I have a girlfriend in second year. We end up having a baby in third year, me and my girlfriend. Okay, in fourth year she wants to split because she is going to do masters in US. She got it to top university. Like I'm heading to Bangalore to work in some good top company in Bangalore, something like that. Let's say we'll keep it like that. We'll go with scenarios. Okay, what do? We need to split, right? I cannot go to the US. Let's say financially we're not that ready to. I cannot join her in the US. So she needs to split and go. Perfect. Who takes the baby, right? She says, no, I will take the baby with me to the US. I'll go to the masters, take my baby and go there. Or she says, no, I cannot take the baby. You take the baby and go. I'll be like, okay, fine, let's do it. I'll take the baby and go out to Bangalore. In Bangalore, I'll find another girlfriend there. You go to US, you want to focus on masters or you want to find a boyfriend, it's up to you. Your life, me and your life for that period of time is over. We're out until you come back and talk to me, right, again. So you're out and you're gone. I go to Bangalore. I head to Bangalore. In Bangalore, I have a baby with me. Okay, legally this is correct. What I'm talking, it can legally documented and proved. Everything is there. I'll tell you everything that legal part also someday. I go to Bangalore. I get a girlfriend there who speaks English. I tell her everything openly. This is what I've done. I had a girlfriend in college, so we second year she becomes my girlfriend. When I was in second year, she becomes my girlfriend. In third year, we lived and we had baby with her. We both have had a baby by having sex. And fourth year, she splits and she goes to the US for masters. I headed to Bangalore because I wanted to work in Bangalore with startup companies to get a startup, something like that. So I'm coming here now. I'm trying to have a girlfriend at the age of what, 20, 23, 24. I would be in Bangalore. 23 years after college. 22, I'll end the college. Engineering. So 18 to 22 is where you finish your college in engineering. 23, I go in Bangalore. Let's say I find a female who's a medical student, like who's doing a medical degree or whatever. She says, okay, I'm going to date you, and she knows that I have a baby with me to get along. So she's like, okay, I'm fine with it. We'll say like that. We'll go with the scenarios. She's like, okay. Then she's done medical degree, right? She wants to know. Dude, I'll explain her the concept. This is how I'm living. So this is what I did, and now I'm trying to date you. You're from medical background. I'm from an engineering background. I have a baby with me. That baby was born between me and another engineering degree female. She went to doing masters. She said she cannot take the baby with her. She asked me whether I can take. I said okay, I will take her, the baby with me, and I came out and I took the baby here. And now, um, me and this female start dating. I tell her everything openly about what all happened, and I'm asking, "Are you comfortable with this life with me? If you're going to get along with me as a girlfriend?" She says, "Okay, I'm in. I think I have medical degree. I'm as good as the way you engineering people think. So I understand you what you're talking. So I'm good." I'm saying, "Okay, fine, join me." I say, "You can get onboarded with me." Now, now what happens? Listen to this. Okay. Now, me, my girlfriend, my baby is there, and me and my medical girlfriend start having sex. Okay, like why I say sex, sex, and not other things, because this is where the important things are happening. Other things are okay to be understood. Like you can create and frame anything you want. So now I have sex with my medical girlfriend. Okay? She and me are living in Bangalore. She's living in with me. Okay, me, my baby, and my medical girlfriend. We have sex, and in next 1 year we have another baby. Now that baby is born out of my medical girlfriend. Okay, me and my medical girlfriend having sex, a baby is born. Now what happens? Me, my medical graduate girlfriend, medical degree holding girlfriend, I have one baby from my engineering degree girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. I have one baby from her and me together. We are living as together, right? We are still not married on papers. We are still doing legally correct. Everything is legally correct. Okay, what I'm talking is legally correct. There is a way to do it legally. We can do it. Okay. Now, let's say after 2 years or after 3 years, now this medical degree female says, or I now say that, hey, I'm moving to US because I got a job in let's say in Meta, we'll just hook it up, okay? I got a job in Meta with extreme high paying job like 400K or 500K US dollars job. So I'm going there. She says, no, I cannot come because I'm busy with my doctor's life here in Bangalore, and I cannot leave that life and come. So you can head out. So now we talk about how we split, right? Who takes the baby, who takes, and how we go from here. Now let's say, for example, okay, here the situation comes. She says, dude, like I cannot take the baby which was born between you and me, I cannot take. And the baby which was born between you and your ex-girlfriend, engineering girlfriend, I cannot take both of them. I'm in that situation. She says that. I'm in that situation. Can you take both of them and go to the US? I said, okay, I have 500 K US dollar salary job. I can keep up with two babies. So I take my two babies, one born out of engineering college, ex-girlfriend, medical college, medical degree, engineering degree, ex-girlfriends, two babies, and I pick up two babies with me. I go to US to join Meta, and I'm getting a salary of 500K US dollars. Okay, got it, right? Now I live in the US. That's my age is now 27, 28. We got it there. We go to this 27, 28 age. In the US, I meet an American girl, an American female, a very beautiful American female. She speaks American English. She dresses all American. She wears bikini thong, which these two females do not wear. You know what I'm talking, right? And she loves American music. I love American music. So now I tell her that this is where I came from. I just give her a little backdrop of what happened. Who are these babies? How they were born? And I brought them here. She says, I'm in, I want to be your girlfriend and I'm okay with it. She says, okay. And she lives in a farmhouse in a countryside. We'll go with like that. Okay. At 27 years, 28 years of my age, I'm like, okay, because I want to live a farmer's life, Brandonian life, a countryside life in the US. Beautiful life. She says, okay, you can come with me. I have two babies with me. I'm going to bring two babies with me. Are you okay with everything? She says, okay, you can join me. But we don't marry. We both are starting to live in. We'll talk about it with live in six, okay, like that we go. I'm having now me and my white American girlfriend, very beautiful girlfriend, very very sweet, very awesome girlfriend. Okay, we both are having sex and we end up having baby. Now in next 1 year, okay. Now we have three babies. I mean I'm carrying three babies. I'm having three babies with me. One from engineering degree, one from medical degree, one from my American girlfriend from countryside, very beautiful American girlfriend from countryside. Now we have three babies, so I'm dealing with everything. I got a 500K job at Meta. I'm doing a remote job. We'll keep it that way. I'm sitting in the countryside with my American girlfriend. We have amazing life, beautiful life. And me, my American girlfriend, we have three babies to get with us, and we are living a life. Now let's say after 4 years, we'll give it a time because I'm enjoying my time with my American girlfriend. So I'm not disconnecting her, and she does not want to leave me and go. So after 5 years, let's say at my age of 34, there's a split going to happen because I now get a job in London, or let's say I get a job in London at 34 age, at my age of 34. I have three babies with me. My American girlfriend, I'm living in a countryside life. I was having a job which pays me 500K. There's a company with startups says that I'll take you as a co-founder of the company. That's the founder in the UK. He says, I want to take you as a co-founder. Come and join me. I'll give you a stake and whatever we make, it goes into your, like whatever is the split shares percentage, and you can draw the salary however you want based on the revenue of the company. You can talk terms and you can fix it up. I said, fantastic. I want to do a startup. I mean, I want to do a company. There's already a founder, and my interest and his interest on building that product is the same. So let's go build it. I become a co-founder. So I have to tell her that, and I say I'm going to split out. And now she says this. To like, I ask her, how do we split from here? She says, Nandish, like, I am I think I cannot raise the baby with me. So my baby and your two other babies, I cannot do that from US. So even though I live in a country life, like I'm not able to do that. Can you take all the three with you? I'll be like, okay, I will do it, no problem. So I'll give you the flexibility. She says, no, I'm not going to raise it. You take all the three with you you go to UK and you have that life and have the three babies in the UK. So at the age of 34, I exit US. I go to the UK. So I do a startup in the UK, a company with another co-founder. I tell my co-founder this is what I'm coming from. Give him backdrop, everything. I, with my three babies, are now in London. Okay, my age is 34. Here comes the thing. Now in London, a beautiful Brit female, a Brit white female, very beautiful. She speaks very beautiful Brit English. She finds me very attractive and she wants to be my girlfriend at the age of 34. Like I'm in the UK, I'm already with three babies. Okay, I'm co-founder of a company. So she says she wants, and we start dating, and she likes me, and I give her the entire backdrop of where I came from. This is what has happened. About my engineering degree baby, medical degree baby, and then American girlfriend baby. So all these we got. Now I'm here with my as a co-founder of this company. I have certain shares, and I work here. So we're trying to build some amazing product. She says, I find you very attractive. I want to be your girlfriend. Can I join you? And I say, I'm okay. Like I'm still single. I'm okay. But how about we have three kids to take care? Like I have three kids with me. Are you okay? She says, okay, I'm okay with it. If she says, I'm okay with it, and she joins me. Now we start living in. So another 1 year, so we end up having sex and everything. Another 1 year, uh, she is now becoming pregnant, and we are getting a baby out of her. Now we got four kids, like four babies, like four kids to go grow up with us now. Me, my Brit girlfriend, who speaks very beautiful British English, the Brit English, and my four children. Like I mean, not we're still not married on papers, right? So I'm the guy who's taking all my babies with me. Now, so we give it 4 years in UK because I have to build a company, right? 6 years, 5 years. We do very well in the company. We get an exit, we get an IPO out. I'm saying my founder that I'm exiting from this company. I'm moving to Australia because I want to have some holiday. I want to spend some holiday in Australia. That time my Brit girlfriend says that since I've cashed out a lot of money from IPO, right? My Brit girlfriend says that to like I think I cannot move to Australia because I have a life here. I have certain things going on. Um, you can let's split it. And I ask, how do we split from here? She says, no, I think I don't want to take my baby, which we both had sex and have a. I cannot take the baby with me. So can you take along and move to Australia where you're planning to go and live a holiday life for some time? You want to spend a few years in Australia and beaches and everything. So you can go. I will stay back in UK because I have a lot of things going on. I'll say like, are you okay with this? And say, okay, fine. So I now go to Australia with my four babies, four kids. I'm alone. I'm four kids. I go to Australia. My age is what? 40, 39, 40. Australia, I'm not working. I'm just cash out from IPO, right? I've got a billion dollar, let's say, $1 billion cash out, tax paid, everything is done. I'm out in Australia. Want to live a holiday life. No working, nothing. Just study, research, work out, exercise. I have kids to raise with me. There. Now in Australia, what happens? Let's say I live in Sydney. Oh no, I live in the beach side, the Gold Coast. Okay, we'll talk about that. That's some very beachside life. I wanna go live in some beachside life. I pick it up, whatever it is. I live there. Now what happens is suddenly an Australian female who speaks Australian English. Okay, Aussie, basically. She comes and meets me someday. She finds me attractive and she says, I want to be your girlfriend. Want to date you. I want to be your girlfriend. Are you single? Are you okay? Because I see you with four kids. Are you still single? Are you okay with it? I say, fine, like I'm still single. I do have four kids. And yeah, you have seen it. Yeah, they're all my kids. Uh, are you okay with this? I'll ask her. She says, no, I'm okay with this. I can join you. And she starts dating and she becomes my girlfriend. Okay, and I'm living a holiday life. So I'm now giving entire backdrop of her life, what all I've done, and how far I've come. I've got four babies with me, so four kids with me, and now I'm 40 years old and she's my girlfriend. Now in Australia, we're living a beachside life, beautiful life. I have already got $1 billion in my bank account. Okay, so me and my Australian girlfriend are now starting to make out, like start having sex and everything. And then in 1 year, we get a baby out. Okay, we get a baby out. Now, 40 years to 46 years, I'm enjoying the beachside life, holiday life, very relaxed life because I've already got a lot of money, made money in life. I'm enjoying my life. I've got another baby out, so like five kids now with me in Australia, and we are having a fantastic life. No, so until like 46, 47, 48, I'm still living in Australia, and then 48, suddenly something happens. Now I have to go back to China because something fascinating I found out about China. So I want to go live in Shanghai or Beijing um, or Hong Kong, something like that. To have a life experiences over there. So I tell my Australian girlfriend that I'm moving to China. So she says that no, Nandish, I cannot come with you because I have a lot of things going on in Australia. I have a life here in Australia, so I think I cannot join you. So you can split with me and you can continue with going to China and have a life there. She says something like that. I say, okay, fine. Now, how do we split? She says that I cannot take my baby or all your babies with me, your kids with me. So why don't you take all the kids and move to um, China? I'm like, okay, fine, I'm okay with it. And I take all my five kids, move it to China, let's say in Shanghai or Beijing, whatever, we'll pick it up. I go there, or Hong Kong, three, any one of three, okay? We go there, I live a life, me, my five kids, and there, a Chinese female is attracted to me. My age is like 47, 48 years old. She comes and joins me. And she says that I want to be your girlfriend because I find you single. Are you okay with it? I'd be like, yeah, I am okay because already have like five babies, and are you okay with it? I would be asking. I'll be like, okay, sure, sure, no problem. I can be your girlfriend. So now she joins me as my girlfriend. Me, my girlfriend, and five babies live in China, and we start having sex over a period of time, and then we get another baby out of the Chinese girlfriend. Now I have six kids. I live in China for about 6, 7 years. I move around China with my Chinese girlfriend. She's helping me to go around China and have a good time there. So you get a hang of the life I'm talking about. This concept, what I'm talking, can be very well understood by people who study engineering. So that's why I was trying to say, let me have a girlfriend from engineering degree who's going to understand what I'm talking. But these females who are studying engineering with me, right, they were so different in their thinking that they were thinking like a village people who came out of villages who said that no, I just have marriage, husband, wife, children, I cannot do all this and all. I'm like, come on, man, you're studying the most complex study in engineering. The concept which I explained so far, right, which is legally correct in every law, not in Indian law. You go to any country's law, it's correct. What I'm talking is legally correct. It can be understood very easily by people who do engineering degree. It cannot be understood by all of us. It on the go first go itself. They may have a lot of questions to ask. They'll take time to understand. But this is what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm trying to tell you, right? This is the life I wanted. But the female population in India are not cooperating. I'm like 42 years old. I'm still waiting to have a girlfriend. See, if I have a girlfriend, if she's gonna come and live in with me, I'll bulk up, I'll get my penis thick and big for you. That all scientifically I'll do it. I'll start having sex with you. Do you understand? Okay? So, and this is what is going on. But unfortunately, I'm born into a state of Tamil Nadu. I lived in 22 states, state of Tamil Nadu and state of Karnataka. They're full of abnormal people. They cannot understand what I'm doing. There's no female in India who is able to move her fucking ass. Come and join me in my home to be my girlfriend so I can start having sex with her gradually, get the babies out, and start living my life. From 18 years to 42 years, I'm not able to live a life. At the age of 30 to 37 years, I was held as hostage in Bangalore by some abnormal people. Okay, do you understand, right? So I want the Central Bureau of Investigation in New Delhi to please move your fucking third world country asses, come down to Madurai to meet me, fix me up the life what we're going on, take all my 75,000 FIRs, file everything, start working on each thing, go to the Supreme Court, do whatever you want. We need to shut down all these people, Tamil Nadu and Karnataka people. So, and the female population who do engineering, right, and the medical degree, they're not cooperating. Well, you could blame the rest of India, but a female has to be put into the court because she's the one I'm going to have sex with, I'm going to live in with, right? She has to cooperate with me. She's not cooperating. Females are not cooperating. Female population in India are not cooperating. The ones who do engineering degree and medical degree are not cooperating. I'm ready to explain everything conceptually correct, legally correct. We'll go and sit with a lawyer if you want. You clarify everything. I'll first explain you. I'll have a chat GPT. Open up the source documentation of what I'm talking, which can be explained, backed up, and referred to. I'll open up the law books to explain what this works, how this works. I'll explain everything. On top of it, we'll go and talk to the lawyer about this. We'll get everything clarified so you can get on board. That females are not cooperating. The female population in India are not cooperating. I'm trying to have a girlfriend from 18 years, man. Fucking 18 years. 18 to 42 years, I'm still trying to have a girlfriend. They are giving poison in my food. They are putting me in a hostage situation. Um, there is hell lot of things going on. Okay, so I want the Central Bureau of Investigation in New Delhi to start moving your fucking third world country asses. I want the Federal Bureau of Investigation to also keep copying every messages because I work with American companies. There are hell a lot of cases to be filed where you may have to find out what else is going on. Okay, I want all the intelligence all over the world: the American intelligence, the Canadian intelligence, the Australian intelligence, the UK intelligence, the Pakistan intelligence, the Israel intelligence, the Indian intelligence, everybody all over the world to copy this, all my YouTube channel videos, my entire YouTube video. We need to shut down Tamil Nadu and Karnataka completely because I'm not able to live a life. Female population of India are not cooperating. We need to shut down the entire female population of India until we fix their brains up. We I'll say we'll shut down entire India completely. I want everybody all over the world to cooperate with me. We need to shut down India completely until we fix everybody's brain. Okay, these people have gone into the culture way of thinking, every kind of bullshit way of thinking. We're going to fix everybody up into this is how the legally it works, this is how it explains how it works. Life is very simple. 18 years, you're called an adult. You can start having sex, you can start living in, you can have babies without signing marriage papers. Everything goes through legal, everything is started legally. And you can split, you can move out, you can split, move out, you can live in, have babies, split, move out. Everything is legally correct. Only if you marry, you go to the court for divorce. Here, it's just straight away how things work. It's just a split. How you split up. The rest you want to file as a case, you can file as a case. It's totally up to you, and you move out. Nobody cares. So do you understand? Okay. So I want the Central Bureau of Investigation in New Delhi to start moving your asses. Are you copying the message? I want the Supreme Court of India and the Central Bureau of Investigation in New Delhi to move your headquarters, move you destroy your buildings up there in New Delhi completely. Okay, shut down everything. Start the construction work of CBI headquarters in Madurai city. There is a lot of empty land. Okay, go and pick up your government lands, whatever it's there. Start your construction. Start the CBI headquarters construction. Start the construction of Supreme Court of India, and then I want to shut down the parliament in New Delhi and move your parliament into India. I mean, sorry, Madurai city, because these people in Tamil Nadu are creating full of problems. So unless and until we move the Supreme Court of India, we move the CBI headquarters, we move the parliament, we move the capital of India to Madurai city, we cannot fix South India. South India is horrible. People of South India have never seen wars, right? Instead of seeing wars, they have gone into world of doing whatever shit they want. They're talking whatever shit they want. They don't know what is called intellectual property driven life. For that to happen, they should allow that to happen, right? They're shutting down their female daughter, the families with daughters, right? The ones, at least the ones who go to engineering degree, who do engineering degree, there itself there are a lot of problems going on among the people, females who do engineering degree, who do medical degree. Their families itself is hell lot of problems going on. They are not freeing her up or telling her that 18 years you're an adult, you have an engineering degree. We will not come into your life. You have to go and figure out your life and get out. They're not able to kick their daughters' asses out of the house after 18 years. The ones who do engineering, because engineering degree and medical degree are the most complex study, and that degree is more than sufficient. I'm telling you, if you do a real study about research, the the female graduates who have completed engineering degree and medical degree are more than sufficient to live an amazing, fantastic life on their own way of thinking and figuring out the intellectual property driven life, not a template driven life. See, the uneducated people may follow a template driven life. That is a different story. I'm talking at least these females who families with daughters who have done engineering and medical degree. Please throw them out. 18 years, throw them out of the house. Ask them that you have fucking engineering degree, you have a medical degree, you're pursuing or you're doing. This brain is more than sufficient to live whatever life you want in this world, because you can handle everything. You might hit roadblocks. You should know how to get out and come out and fix things up. That's all it is. Okay. So only if you use your brain of an engineering brain, degree brain, and a medical degree brain to go out and live this life, you will understand so many things. If you go back to template driven life, or you say that no, I'll go with the proven path, that's, dude, engineering and medical are the most complex study, man. Like, you should not talk very bullshit, okay? Like, you should not talk, I'll choose the proven path. Nobody cares. Like, stop thinking like that bullshit, okay? After 18 years, please move your fucking ass. Get out of the house. Have a fucking boyfriend. Have sex, have babies. Check legally what is that part alone. You don't have to go study a law degree, man. Like, you just need to sit down and study what it explains on that part what you're trying to do, and you understand that. You explain that with your boyfriend, girlfriend, have a discussion. This is what you're doing. 18 years, you're out. The rest of the people are trying to create problems. Call the police immediately and tell them we are adults. We have legal consultation. Have a lawyer to send a fucking notice to all the people who are creating problems. Another way to do it. You can first call the police if they are trying to create problems. This is what has happened, because they may create problems, because these people come from all kinds of places, right? So they want to keep a check on something. Let them check. I mean, see, let them do whatever they want. Your duty is to call the police. Is what I'm trying to tell. Call the police immediately. Report to them what's going on. Let the police check it, or have the lawyer to send a legal notice to. If you know who they are creating problems, put the legal notice out, or put a court case out, something like that. Go somewhere, because this has to be sorted out. Because, dude, the engineering degree brain and medical degree brain is the most complex study. So your brains are shaped in a very tremendous way that you cannot imagine how the other people's brains are shaped. I'm continuously trying to create this awareness, bring this out, because you cannot imagine. If you don't believe me, if there's any engineering degree female, right, I'll take you and I'll make you talk with a female who's not done engineering degree. Do you want to come and talk? I'll make you. I'll just introduce you. I'll stay there. I'll hang in with you. Okay? You come in with me. I've done an engineering degree. You've done engineering, or even medical degree females. You three come with me. Okay, we three will go together, or we'll put up a podcast here. We'll bring up females from other degrees, non-engineering, non-medical. We three will sit here. We'll pick up one, two, three females from different degrees. Let's pick up randomly wherever you want. You can choose and come in. And we three will talk and see. We'll ask. I'll do the hosting part. Okay. I'll ask certain questions about. I want to know from medical degree, how do you perceive this? How an engineering degree, how do you perceive this? I'll ask that same question to other females from other degrees. How do you handle this situation? How do you handle this situation? We'll throw up these degrees. So the engineering degree female and the medical degree female, you'll understand real time how the females with other degrees have very limited understanding of a lot of things, and how you have tremendous amount of understanding of a lot of things. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Then I'll try to explain this concept to the females who are non-engineering and non-medical. Of course, I'll host a gathering and see how you all understand, right? Right? You get it, right? It's crazy, man. 18 years to 42 years, I'm trying to have a girlfriend. For that, female has to cooperate. It, like, okay, see, it does not matter. It does not matter. I'm walking in the streets of India. Female will not come and talk to me. No, it should not matter. It should never matter that, because India might be a third world country. I'm standing. I'm walking in the streets of India with an engineering degree. I'm putting some study to even do hiking and cycling here. There could be people with no study, no nothing. They'll be walking somewhere, cycling somewhere. You know what I'm trying? There's a difference between what I'm doing and what others, rest of India is doing. Do you understand, right? So why not a female who's done engineering degree, medical degree? Forget. See, the way I have clearly separated myself out from the rest of Indian population. Even though I know I'm living in a third world country, I don't go and disturb anybody as long as they don't come and talk to me. I just keep. I will end this guy up. I need to go to the existing session, which is already running in the background. I don't know how to access it.